Space Jam's going at a lower level. What it do, everybody? Welcome back to TikTok Trash Tuesday. It's been a minute. It has been a minute since I've done a TikTok Trash Tuesday because last time I worked during the day and TikTok Trash. Normally I'm off on Tuesdays, but last TikTok Trash Tuesday I was working, and then by the time it was like 6 o'clock, I was just zonked. I was zonked and gone, everybody, because at about like I normally am getting up at about 2:30 in the morning to try to get to work at about 4 in the morning. So, I was just too tired to do stuff. And I am, despite the name of Half-Ass Movie Podcast, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't like doing a half-ass job. I don't like doing a half-ass program. I like to actually give you, something worth watching. And hopefully we've got something worth watching for you today in TikTok Trash 25 of these things, not 25 weeks in a row. It's not nearly as consistent as HMP. Well, something, by the way, that I don't think we get enough credit on. Like, I'm going to toot my own horn here for a second, but I don't think we get enough credit for how much we actually do over at Half-Ass Movie Podcast and how consistently we've been doing it. In 11 years of programming and everything, 1 week missed. One. That's it. We've only ever missed 1 week, and that was because I was out sick with COVID. I told the boys to do the show, and they didn't do it. But we consistently work around here, and so I wanted to do something that's of quality for you to watch and everything. But so fear not. I went to the internet. We do what we do normally here on TikTok Trash Tuesday, which is we go to TikTok, we scour around a little bit, try to find the movie related TikToks. I don't watch them. I watch about maybe 15, 20 seconds worth of something, and then I save it to my phone, bring it back. I take all those videos. This week it's like 46 videos, something like that. So we got a lot of stuff to cover, fear not. But then I take all of those videos and I smash them all together. I put them in a reel, and then I bring them here for you, beautiful, beautiful dirty babies, to watch with me. We'll react to them, and we'll call people stupid. That's pretty much what I do here, is just make fun of people and, make fun of their horrible movie takes. That's what we do here. Hit that like and subscribe button. We really appreciate it. And because we are such a small ass channel, if you are one of those people who have the ability to do so, if you are one of those special few, hit that hype button. Swipe that little thing over there, hit the hype button. That ends up kind of giving, it's like a super like, if you will. It doesn't cost you anything extra. It's just called a little swipey swipe and a punchy punch. That's all you need to do. What are you saying here? I hope this isn't bad. This place is getting stranger and more. Yeah, exactly. That's how the world is, man. The world is getting stressful every single day. We can't, we just got to do it the best we can. And we do that by distracting ourselves with horrible, horrible TikToks. All about movies, everybody. So let's get into it. Let's roll TikTok Trash 25. What do you say?
Hey, aren't you tired of watching all those ads? Having no control of when you get to watch what?
Streaming services 10 years ago versus today. Boy, oh boy, is there a difference.
You want to watch, and having to pay extra money to watch that one TV show on Disney or Nickelodeon.
Oh, first of all, man, I want to say this. I'm going to stop my TikTok Trash Tuesday real fast here. We use your popcorn recipe in my house all the time. Thank you, man. Really appreciate that. That's so awesome. I'm so glad to see some of that audience trickling over to the actual live stuff and other things that we do, man. So thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Hopefully, I'll have another popcorn video, not specifically this, but something a little bit different coming up, popcorn related, not too awful long. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yeah, and they never let me buy just the Disney Channel. They bundle it up with a whole bunch of other channels that I don't care about. That's why you should come with me. I'm a streaming service. I have all the movies and TV shows that you want, all ad-free, just for $8 a month. Wow, that's amazing. Absolutely. That's weird. Hey, I just noticed that there's an ad playing before my TV show. That's weird. Can you fix that? Oh, absolutely. It seems like you're in our lowest tier, which includes ads. So if you don't want any...
Who's doing this, by the way? I know that there are, like, Netflix has one. I know that who's the other? HBO has one where there's like, it's their service, but you can get it for slightly cheaper, but you have to watch ads. Who's doing that? Who's watching Game of Thrones or whatever, and then all of a sudden an ad for Tide comes up? Who's watching that? Who's having that experience? And are times so rough for you that that's what you need? Now, granted, I don't think any of these services should have this as an option. The whole point of this damn thing was to get away from all of these ads. This whole thing was to go to a specific place to get a specific thing. They really had such great pie in the sky dreams and stuff. But man, I'm telling you, I saw from 3.5 miles away that this was never going to work like they thought it was going to. It's like, oh, this is a pie in the sky, nice dream. But we're going to run into problems. And as you can see, we're doing it right now.
Yeah, you just have to pay an extra $20 a month. Wait, the whole reason I switched over is so I didn't have to watch any ads. This is insane. Can you at least just play The Office for me?
This TikTok Trash Tuesday brought to you by Diet Coke. Diet Coke. They're not paying me, but motherfucker should.
Actually, no, because our license with them ran out, but we will get it back in 3 months, in which you can watch it for approximately 2 weeks. But if you want to watch it right now, you can purchase our Peacock TV subscription for an extra $7.99 a month.
And that's how it ends, people. We go on top and on top and on top. It just keeps going. They just want to continue to have your money, and they don't even do a good job of it. If they all did fantastic jobs, it'd be a different story. But they're all garbage.
So I switched over from cable so I didn't have to watch ads, so I can watch the shows whenever I wanted and all at one place. But now you have ads, don't have any of the shows that I want, and it can't even choose when to watch the shows that I want. But get this, we added 500 new pieces of original content just for you.
Things you won't want to watch, things that are going to be crap and that you wouldn't want for anyone ever. Ugh.
No, you did that so you didn't have to pay the expensive licensing fees to the shows that we actually want to watch.
Ding, 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 ding. This was the history of Netflix, everybody. Netflix had to go through and license all these things. Netflix themselves, still not a profitable company. Don't listen to what anybody tells you. Tell me where the money comes from. You can't. It doesn't exist. It's laundering as far as I'm concerned. Netflix is ridiculous. I haven't had Netflix in months, and I encourage everyone to cancel Netflix. And I promise you this. It will seem like you're missing out. It will seem like, oh, I want to see the new Frankenstein thing. I want to see the new fucking Stranger thing. I'm telling you, after a certain amount of time, you will not care. You will so not care. I was just like, oh man, new Guillermo del Toro film. I'm ready to see this. And there's like, it's on Netflix. I was like, well, I won't be seeing that. And I always like, you'll get Netflix for like a hot second and thinking like, oh, well, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to get Netflix, and then I'm just going to barrel through all this stuff in a month and just kind of really get to all the, and then you never watch it. Then you never watch anything. And then you're like, well, I'll keep it for another month to try to watch the things. You won't. Cancel it. Cancel your Netflix now. It's a waste of your money.
Your shows suck, but they are new and original.
That is true. They may suck balls, but all of those shows are new and original. Kind of. Unless you're doing like, Netflix is doing more original stuff. But again, like you said, that's because they don't want to pay anybody any royalties or any money and stuff like that. But even the people that have those things like Star Trek, they're fucking that up left and right. Star Wars, same deal. All the things we loved as kids, gone, just gone. I don't know.
There's a rumor going around Twitter right now that Netflix is going to implement 17-day theatrical releases.
Everyone wants to kill the theatrical experience. Now, I'm not somebody that's all crazy doom and gloom and one of those people that say that the theater going experience is going to die. I think in one way, shape, or form, the theatrical movie going experience will continue to exist. We just, at least for some time, may not be doing it in the same measure that we always have been. It'll be a little more of a specialty kind of thing. But I think part of the problem is, well, we've talked about it tons on this show, is just the amount of money that it costs for people to go out to the movies. And like the risk reward is just not there these days for most people, because the majority of things that Hollywood are putting out are mid to garbage.
With all the Warner Brothers titles, and it would kill the theatrical business. Yeah. My name's Joe Russo. I make movies. Let me talk to you about why it might be a little too soon to hit the panic button. I've had several people reach out to me and ask me for my thoughts on this issue.
I'll ask you, Joe, what do you think?
So here they are. Is it entirely possible that Netflix could release movies for only 17 days? Sure. Do I think it's going to happen personally? No, I do not. There are two things that you should keep in mind. The first is Netflix had a really, really stellar 2025 when it comes to theatrical experiments. When they dropped K-pop Demon Hunters in the theaters, it made boku bucks. And they just made a
But I think you used the wrong word there. It's buku, but okay.
Dropping $25 million in a single day for the Stranger Things finale on New Year's Eve.
Hey, listen, what can we say? What did P.T. Barnum say? There's one born every minute or something along those lines?
Those are things that are not going to go unnoticed to the powers that be at Netflix. The other thing you have to remember is the Netflix purchase of Warner Brothers is still not a done deal. Paramount is still in the middle of trying to do a hostile takeover of Warner Brothers.
I wish Paramount would. If there's anybody, like, again, Paramount's a better home than Netflix. Netflix is just securing a bullet in the head to more of movie going all together, because it's just like they want it all for themselves. They went from a DVD mailing company to going like, hey, we never want people to leave their homes. What a world.
When I see a quote from an anonymous source in Deadline about what exactly Netflix plans to do, knowing how much misinformation was in the trades during the strike, I kind of take this with a grain of salt. And I know with the negotiating cycle coming up, people are hoping the unions will be able to do something about this.
When have the unions done anything? Gotcha.
Unions exist to protect workers. They don't necessarily exist.
They also exist to line their own pockets with money as long as they can from as many members as they can. And because that's money in their pocket.
This to dictate how and where and why a studio releases its product. So while I don't see the unions being the savior in this issue, I do just think theatrical trends being on an upswing will be the driver of this decision. If the economics make sense, Netflix will keep movies in theaters longer than 17 days.
I mean, they can for sure, but will they? And what? I don't know. I don't know what Netflix's thought process is with 99% of the things that they do. What's next?
It's astonishing to me that Andy Serkis does not have an Oscar. It is astonishing.
I remember being a kid buying Lord of the Rings and learning about Weta and what Andy Serkis was doing back then, which was called motion capture at the time, if I had that right. And obviously performance capture. It's become more and more performance capture because, and I said this before.
I think it was performance capture with Andy.
Okay.
I think like you got to remember Andy. It's astonishing to me that Andy Serkis does not have an Oscar. It is astonishing.
I mean, it's it's going to be tough for them to actually go through and in the brains of the olds that are in the academy there and everything. It's going to be difficult for them to understand that, like, Gollum's performance is Andy Serkis's performance. Like, it is. That role is not as good without Andy Serkis. I mean, the animators animated, but they used his face. They used his expressions and stuff. They modeled everything. It was Andy Serkis, and he brings that gravitas to those roles. And we forget, all of his work in Planet of the Apes, the new Planet of the Apes movies, because it's so good, you forget that it's him doing it. That's how good the man is.
You're talking when Rise of the Planet of the Apes came out.
Apes, without a doubt,
give him an Academy Award for Gollum
his work on Caesar is great. Gollum, that was the stuff.
Yeah. Gollum's unbelievable. He should have at least gotten a nomination. I could understand them not wanting to win because they didn't understand how that thing worked, certainly at that time. But he should have gotten at least a nomination for Gollum. But they'll never give it to a computer CG thing because they just don't understand that was his performance that made that role.
And he's the trailblazer of this, and I've met him a few times.
Yeah.
He's at the forefront of this always. Mm-hmm. I think it's become more performance capture because the pipeline is detailing in on the performance.
And the face, too. Because I think originally it was like more body stuff, right?
I think so. I think with Gollum, they still tracked him on Gollum.
Yeah.
Like we have head rigs. So you put a helmet on, and there's a camera right in your face. And that's tracking all the dots on your face, which is the physiological.
Jake Sully! I'm sorry. I just apologize. It's just whenever you see the face, eventually You end up doing like every character does in that movie and just screaming Jake Sully for some damn reason. I apologize. It's a problem, and I'll look into it. I'm sorry.
Mechanics of your face going through the system. And when Andy started, they screwed it into his head. This is no joke, man. They literally had to bolt it onto put the pressure on and squeeze it on. And it was, I've seen it. It was crap. And we had the second version of that. And so we took what Weta and him had done, and we kind of created the next step. So then Jim decided, I want this kind of camera. I want this kind of thing. There was no holes in the top of the head, so I would get very hot all the time and get like...
This is the first Avatar.
The first Avatar. So I would call my helmet cam the Anna, because it was giving me an aneurysm all the time. And then Jim literally got my helmet one day and just drilled holes in it, because heat's got to come out of your head. Oh, wow. Now they all have holes in. They're all 3D kind of things. So we took what Andy was doing.
Yeah, I guess we never really think about kind of the guinea pig aspect of some of these early motion capture CGI type films and stuff like that. That's an interesting perspective. I've never really kind of thought about that, of like, oh yeah, first Avatar movie, they didn't have everything perfected there. Yeah, makes sense.
And then we trailblazed even more with these cameras.
You mentioned Andy Serkis deserving an Oscar. This is something I've been saying for so long, and I think one of the things that I really want people to understand is, because you're seeing a digital character in Avatar or Lord of the Rings or King Kong or whatever you're watching, there is an actor behind that performance. When we're watching King Kong, I'm emoting with King Kong's facial expressions because of what Andy's
doing. That's
exactly.
Right. It's look, the best
it's the
way
same thing. There's no difference between this and live action acting.
It's true, man. Best way to describe it, it's not going to replace an actor. It might replace makeup. It's like digital makeup.
Sure.
It means that we can play.
Exactly. That is a very good comparison. Is that is akin to digital makeup. That's very good. I like that. I'm putting that in my arsenal for later and everything. That's a really great comparison. Is that CGI motion capture stuff? It's just kind of the new digital makeup, if you will. I like that.
A number of characters, be it Caesar, King Kong, or a Navi. We're not standing at podiums. It's not an animation. It's not Gen AI. It's a performance that can go through a system and create and put me in the skin of a character. Just like if Jacob Elordi's putting prosthetics on for Frankenstein.
Yeah, I mean, like prosthetics, makeup, which wardrobe, all that kind of stuff. You can just say it's a digital version of all of those things, because it's still capturing that performance. It makes sense.
Yeah, we're putting it on, but we're just doing it with a different tool.
Yeah. Again, it's filmmaking, and there it's all about tools and how you use those tools, how you utilize those tools, and what you get out of it at the end of the day.
Yeah, no, I have a
when someone wants to watch a movie, but I own mostly horror movies.
plenty of movies that we could watch. We could watch Twilight, or 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 we could watch Twilight.
I'll just go through and just say bangers on all of those. You could do a lot worse, like Twilight, for example.
This is a very important message for everyone who likes movies and TV shows.
Okay, is that you? I think it's me. Let's see if it works out.
You know that movie and TV show you keep putting off? It's on your watch list right now.
Well, yeah.
Go ahead and put it on.
Put it on. No, I thought you said put it off. Put it on? Oh, why?
Go ahead and watch it. What's
Bro, do you know how long it's going to take me to do all of that right now? I got so much crap that I ain't watch. You telling me that I just need to go right now and turn all that on? I gotta call in sick. What are you doing?
Stopping you. Stop watching the same thing over and over again.
Oh, I ain't doing that now. Let's not be silly here. I'm not watching the same stuff over and over. No.
And watch that new thing. It's been on your watch list for months.
This you know what? This video isn't for me. This video is for you. He's talking to you. He's not talking to me. I put off watching movies because I buy too many, stuff like that. You put them off because you like he said, you watch the same stuff over and over. He's talking to you. He's not talking to me.
Years, maybe. Watch it today. What are you waiting for? Do it today.
What are you waiting for?
Watch it right now. Watch it.
Stop bullying me, man.
Hey, I'm not. You thought this was gonna end. You need to watch it.
No, you're bullying me.
Yeah, stop scrolling on
Now I
TikTok.
don't want to watch
Go
it.
put it on right now.
No,
Yeah,
I'm not going to watch it now because you're being a jerk about it. No. That's how obstinate I am. If you just keep telling me, oh, you got to watch this thing. Oh, you're going to love it. You're going to love it. You're going to make me not want to love it. You're going to make me watch it and be like, let's see what bull crap this is. That's my, I hate to say it, but that's my speed. If somebody comes in selling something so hardcore, my first thought is probably not.
I don't care how many movies come to streaming platforms, HBO, Hulu, Netflix, it doesn't matter. Nothing can duplicate the feeling of going to the movies, watching Endgame in real time in 2019.
Yeah, there can.
When all is done, you thinking all is done. Next thing you know, you hear on your left, the chills. The chills.
Listen, I'm not going to say that it wasn't a great moment. It certainly was. But if it's a moment that you didn't see coming half a mile away, you're not watching enough movies, I suppose.
Watching Interstellar in theaters in 2014? What are we talking about? The Dark Knight trilogy? Are you serious right now?
Yeah.
Black Panther.
I mean, I did see Dark Knight Rises in 70 millimeter IMAX in Atlanta. So, I mean, I certainly remember that one.
In theaters? How can you can't get that same feeling watching it at home?
I disagree, though. I disagree with that because if you're somebody like me, you pound for pound, my home theater is better than any theater in Charlotte for sure. Any theater in Charlotte, pound for pound, picture-wise, sound-wise, pound for pound, my home theater destroys every single movie theater that's out there, pound for pound. If you put my stuff in their room, it wouldn't make any sense and it would be crap. But as far as like what you get out of the system, my home theater stomps every single multiplex in my area by a landslide, even the more posh, premium theaters.
Like what? The feeling of watching it in IMAX. And he was like, don't forget your book, Georgie. Like, what are we talking about right now, bro? Like, going to the movies is an elite experience. Like, it
can be. It can be. And we're going to be talking about, Matt, I'm glad that you're here, buddy, because we are going to be talking about that movie-going experience and how it might be going bad for some people. Ooh, that's a teaser. That's a teaser. Hit that like and subscribe button, you sons of bitches.
It's top 2 tonight, too. Especially when you at AMC A-list.
Just not for nothing, but AMC A-listers, and I've been one, so don't get it twisted. I've been at AMC A-list, the top of the top one for quite some time. I certainly on the year that I don't know. I forget what year I had that one on, but there were tons. But some of y'all act like AMC Stubs is some hot shit. It's just like it Regal Unlimited. It's all kind of the same thing. Everybody's got this thing of like, ooh, we're the top ones. Like, hey, you're all the same shit, buddy.
I'm just saying.
And the AMC that's closest to me is a little ratchet. If I'm honest, it's always been a little ratchet, but a little more ratchet today. And when I say that, I really mean it. In as much as a couple of months ago, I came out of a movie and we walked out and there's pop, 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 the gunshots, and I was like, well, maybe it's time to go back inside for a couple of minutes. let the parking lot air out.
The movie The Visit is the result of one of the best comeback stories in movies, and love.
I agree with this statement wholeheartedly. He's going to get into it, I'm sure. This is where I stopped because when I'm scrolling through, I see that it's a movie-related TikTok to save it. This is where I stopped with this because, my God, is this a correct statement? Coming back out, he's going to go in. I'm sure he's going into it. I'm excited.
or hate director M. Night Shyamalan, I think everybody has something to get out of this, because I think in some way or another we are all waiting for permission from the world to do something that we want to do that could potentially change our life exponentially for the better. Between about 2009 and 2015, when The Visit came out, M. Night Shyamalan was making movies that he wasn't as passionate about. He was essentially a director for hire on the...
I don't know. He seemed to he's at the time, I remember him talking a very strong game about his love of Avatar. Just saying. I remember him talk about how he was a big fan. So
2 projects he made during this time, The Last Airbender and After Earth. And
well, After Earth was obviously just a project for Jaden Smith there and everything to look all emo-y, and that movie was the most expensive home movie ever made. Will Smith and his son made a movie with made a home movie with M. Night Shyamalan for millions and millions of dollars. And Will Smith hated his son so much, he said, I'm going to get stuck in the spaceship and you can go on the mission solo. That's how much he hated his son in that. Well, in life, I suppose, where he's just like, I think I'm going to be paralyzed here in the ship. You're going to go on the adventure and get the fuck away from me.
And even he admits that he's not good at making these kinds of movies, these large-scale blockbuster films. It is not true to his sensibility.
No, it was not. He clearly did not know how to direct whatever that was trying to be.
As a filmmaker. But after these 2 films, he hadn't had a win in a while. And so a lot of people were losing faith in...
Yeah, it was like he was on the outs. Shyamalan was on the outs, man. Nobody wanted anything to do with him. There was a point, I remember, because I talk about this more often than you would suspect. But when the trailer for the movie Devil came out, the elevator movie, Shyamalan produced that or whatever, right? So, and it came up from the mind of M. Night, it was from the mind of M. Night Shyamalan or something along those lines. But his name and a reference to him came up, and it elicited actual laughter, audible laughter from the audience. When his name came up, M. Night Shyamalan was a joke at this point.
Nobody really wanted to make a movie with him anymore. He was having trouble getting a movie off the ground, so he mortgaged his own house and self-funded The Visit himself.
Francis Ford Coppola style, baby.
He didn't ask anybody's permission. He just went out and made this movie, not knowing if it was going to work out or not.
Not for nothing, but I'm trying to just do some quick maths here, as it were. Between Sixth Sense and Unbreakable, and he probably had, and The Visit was probably a big enough hit. I'm just saying, I think he's got enough money that him kind of, doing, mortgaging his house or whatever to do extra stuff. I think that's a little headliney. And not to say that he didn't do it. He probably did. Maybe he had his, financial guy just go like, hey, this is what you ought to, handle right here. I don't know that he would have to because that movie didn't cost any more than $5 million because that's how the Blumhouse rules work. Right. So that movie cost $5 million. Let's just say it even cost $8 million. You telling me M. Night Shyamalan ain't got $8 million in the bank? I know he do.
Not. And when he showed it to a bunch of studios, they all passed on it. Nobody wanted to buy this movie. He went home after that feeling defeated, and his youngest daughter wanted to do a puzzle with him. It was a 1,000-piece puzzle, and they were spending hours finding just a few pieces. And he was like, this is impossible. And he realized the reason that he was searching for pieces continuously and he never gave up was because the photo on the box promises that these pieces make a picture. He can see the picture. And he thought, what if I just approach life like that, searching for one piece at a time with the faith that there is a picture to be made from it? So he went back into the editing room and he made one scene from The Visit better each day. Each day, just one scene better. And he did that for weeks and weeks.
This sounds apocryphal. I don't know that I buy this story.
And he went back to one studio that said they wouldn't mind seeing it when it was done. He showed The Visit to the studio with an audience, and everybody loved it, and the studio bought it, and it ended up being one of the most successful horror films of that year. The culmination...
Well, in comparison, again, because this, remember, we're talking about I don't know all the rules. This came out as a Blumhouse thing, and the rules usually are it's like $5 million. There's no way that this movie cost more than $10 million. If you did, you fucking wasted your money. But there's no way. There's no way that this movie cost more than $5 million. It looked cheap, but that's how it was. That's how it was designed. It was designed to look inexpensively done. I don't know that. I don't believe a lot of the veracity of this story.
Of just little tiny adjustments every day, wondering how can I make this 1% better each day. And
yeah, that's the goal of everybody when editing a movie.
Ever since then, M. Night Shyamalan has self-funded all of his movies. So if you
say self-funded, but like again, that's kind of
don't like his movies and you're wondering who keeps giving him money to make them, he's paying for them himself. That
Trapped he did, or Trap, whatever. I think that's the shirt he's wearing.
Means he's making the movies he wants to make. Whether you love him or not, I feel like that is ideal because you're at least going into his work knowing that it comes from him, and you might just not vibe with it, or you will. So that thing you've been wanting to do, that you've been waiting for permission to do it. Happy New Year. I hope you find another piece to your puzzle today.
Not for nothing, but it's really hard for me to get behind. M. Night Shyamalan just had to kind of figure out what he wanted to do in order to, like, I'm sorry, he was already had a decade plus of filming under his belt there and everything. He just had to put out something that wasn't a turd. All right, let's not pretend like he just had to give himself permission to win. Exactly. It sounds like a story designed to elicit awes. Oh, exactly. And to have that kind of Chariots of Fire sound in the background where you're just like, oh, hell yeah. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. What's next?
I love Tatooine. I enjoy it. I'm actually thinking of moving there in the fall.
By the way, we're not getting into politics. I just think this guy is funny. I like his impressions and stuff like that. I found out, and like, because the filter, you don't really know. This is the same guy that does Tarantino that with the filter and everything, where he just pretty much is going on like a Tarantino, just going into the biggest black scent that you could possibly imagine. He puts him in a pimp suit and shit. We've talked about it on the show. But he does some Tucker Carlson talking about Star Wars. It's a really great impression and kind of nails who Tucker is. Again, I don't give a shit about any politics. This is just funny.
It's such a wonderful planet. The people are so polite. Coruscant is so polluted and just gross. I see the Jawas in the
It is, though, isn't it? He ain't wrong.
Street. They greet me. They ask me if I have scrap metal. I say, of course, I say no. You can have my keychain. People ask me, like, oh, on
the little high-pitched laugh there and everything. It's those little tiny touches that are just like, that's what makes a really great impression, where it's just like, I'm going to take this weird little, deal that he does and just accentuate it. It's great.
On Tatooine, do you think that the Tusken Raiders are a threat? I'm like, I met two of them. They're okay. I met one of them while he was shooting at a pod race. It's none of my business, though. They're loud. I spoke to Jabba. He's a complicated figure. I will admit. I'm not a huge fan, but...
Yeah, I talked to Jabba, sure.
He said something that was actually quite enlightening to me the other day. He said something along the lines of Usa Busa Me Chucha Lawala Wanga Ebute. And what do you think about it? He's right.
Oh, man. I have no want to watch Tucker Carlson, but I would watch Tucker Carlson if it was that. If it was that, I'd watch that for sure. Holy shit, that's funny.
Apparently, the Russo brothers...
Oh, fucking hell. What's going on here? Give me a break.
They share...
Ugh, give me a sec. Let's see who's...
Female celebrities who everybody...
I don't know what happened. We skipped one for a second. Hold on. Jesus Christ. What's happening? What is happening? Things are falling apart. Here it is. All right. Jesus Christ.
What do you think about it? He's right.
All right. What's next? Jeez.
Apparently, the Russo...
Okay, so I suppose it's my file that's fucked up, but we'll see if we can get through it.
Brothers, they shared a new video of, let's say, fans and...
Jesus Christ. All right, we're skipping this.
In my book. It's almost the same thing with LeBron James. Like, if you just came out and said, LeBron James...
Female celebrities who aren't as hot as you think. Why did I save this one? I don't know. Let's find out.
is a great basketball player, I'd be like, yeah, you know what? F***ing A right, he's a great basketball player. But that's not what people say. They say he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT.
All right. I listen. All right. Restart. Holy shit.
Horror movies are the only thing consistently making money right now. Why is that? I'll tell you. Wait.
That's interesting. Let's see.
Wait for it. People ask me, how did you get into horror? I didn't get into horror. Horror got into me. It was the first movie I ever did.
Hey, man, you can report horror to your local authorities, okay? You don't have to sit by and idly, just worry your life away because horror decided to take advantage of you. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. There's a bit of a statute of limitations going on. So if indeed horror does do that to you, report it. Report it as quickly as you can. Your life may be in danger.
And it was called People Under the Stairs.
Hell yeah!
Directed by Wes Craven. I did the job, moved on, and started to do other jobs. But then Facebook happened. And I had a ton of friend requests. A friend of mine said, dude, those are your fans. And I said, absolutely not. So I accepted all the friends. This is back in like 2009. And yes, they were all fans of Roach and all wanted me to come out to horror conventions. Now, I had done other horror movies in the 90s, but then I got into the horror world while going to conventions, meeting all the people in the horror community. And I learned exactly why they are the only thing that are selling.
Because horror people are bananas. Horror people are nuts, right? There are no other genres out there where people will just blindly go see the movie. Horror fans are like that. Horror fans go, is it a horror movie? I'm going. There's no action fan out there that goes, I don't give a damn what it is. If it's an action film, I'm going to go see it. There's no large group of people that's doing that. There's no large group of people that are going like, man, if it's a drama, I'm going to see it. No, it doesn't exist because people pick and choose. They define, what their particular tastes are within a specific genre, and that's kind of where they end up sticking. Horror people do not give a damn. Highbrow, lowbrow, it doesn't matter. Artsy fartsy, who gives a damn? Throw it all in there and see what pans out. That's what's cool about horror fans, is that they don't give a damn.
For example, a couple of months ago, some big stars came out with some movies. Margot Robbie, that came off one of the biggest movies of all time.
Who's that again? Oh, I'm sorry.
Barbie. In the old days, movie stars with that kind of clout would bring people in seats. But her romantic movie did not, and it tanked.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I love Margot Robbie, and I am a huge fan of her producing and her proactivity.
Her producing, I could give a damn about, if you know.
Keanu Reeves came out with the comedy as well, and that also did not do well. And again, mad love for Keanu. Love it.
Listen. We're going to get a little controversial right now. And I apologize. And I don't want anybody thinking that this is purposely me just trying to shake some branches and stuff here. If you look at my work over the years, and there's plenty of material with which for you to pour over, you will find that I am very consistent in this take. But we treat Keanu Reeves way too good. The man's all right. He's all right. He's all right. He's not a good actor. Let's all be real frank here. Real frank. Mid at best.
An amazing human.
Amazing human. Everybody talks about Keanu Reeves like he's either like a spiritually evolved being, or he's a special needs person. Not as bad as they do Brendan Fraser. Brendan Fraser, they treat him like he's absolute special needs. Just like, oh God, this special man here. Look at him. It's amazing he can tie his own shoes. That's how we treat Brendan Fraser. I don't know what's going on with that.
Meanwhile, while those movies were tanking, Black Phone 2 quietly tripled its budget.
Again, Blumhouse, no budget, didn't cost shit to make. Ergo, it will make money. That's all you need. All you need for success is to not put the bar so damn high. And that's, again, when it comes down to more of Hollywood. And the problem that Hollywood has is that you bozos don't realize that you're spending way too much money. You need to spend less money and do like what Affleck and Damon talked about on Joe Rogan last week, which was start participating in some shares with all of your people, not only the above the line, but below the line people as well. Great podcast if you want to go listen to like the first probably 2 hours of Joe Rogan Experience with Damon and Affleck. They talk all about the movie industry and stuff like that. And I think those two guys really do have a good brain around what could possibly help save Hollywood if indeed they got their heads out of their butts. It's unbelievable how much it seems like Hollywood is intent on making just their entire industry not exist anymore. It's bananas.
Just in the theatrical release, it'll blow up on streaming. And the answer to why this is happening is because if a studio head went to horror fans and said, I can give you a horror movie a day if you'd like, they would say,
bet.
What about 3?
Exactly. Exactly. They'd be like, give me more of them, please, and thank you. And even if they're crap, they do it and then they move on, bro.
The difference is when we see a Keanu Reeves movie or a Margot Robbie movie that isn't that strong, we go, oh, we'll wait for it. But horror fans want to buy the ticket. They want to see horror as soon as possible so they can know what's good, what's not good. They don't wait for streaming. And because
Nope. And look. The newest one is in the is back in the theater room. But like who there's no other people that do this. This is horror fans. This is like I pay an ungodly amount for a subscription to Fangoria. Who else does this? Horror fans are the only ones that are out there. Sci-fi fans, there used to be like back in the 60s and 70s. You'd have some sci-fi fans that could probably compete for close to that, but horror really does it, man.
Because luckily I love horror, not as much as I love comedy, but I love horror, then I am doing horror movies right now because it's good business. And the community is so loving, so supportive, and just so kind. When I funded my first movie, Crust, which was a horror comedy, they all came out and supported it.
Yep, because the horror community wants people to do well. They don't care how much your movie costs. They don't care what's going on. All they care about is, did you make an entertaining film? And if the answer is yes, by God, they want more.
And made the funds happen. So if you can, make a horror. You'll be a part of this wonderful community, and it'll probably get seen. Am I right, horror fans? Let me know.
I think he's absolutely correct. Absolutely spot on. What's next?
Are you in the top 1% when it comes to horror knowledge?
I like to think I'm okay. Top 1%. That seems high. That seems high. Like that's a lot of questions. All right, let's see how we do.
Find out. Only 10 questions stand between you and the 1% club. If I'm able to
okay, I'm gonna guess. So we don't move on, I guess. If we don't answer the next one, we don't move on to the next one. Or if it's just like, if for some weird reason, it shouldn't be this difficult. But if for some weird reason, like, I get like just like a hole in my knowledge around 70%, does it just mean I'm, a 70%er? That's a boosh. That's terrible.
Stump you anywhere along the way, you owe me a follow.
All right. I already follow you, Pat. So you're already good there. But let's see what we got.
Question 1. What is the name of Nev Campbell's character in the Scream franchise?
Sydney Prescott. Bam! Niece's name is Sydney. So there you go.
Hello, Sydney. The answer is Sydney Prescott.
Boom! That's called first and last name, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome. I'm playing this game, baby.
Question 2. There are 2 serial killers in Silence of the Lambs. What are both their names?
You got Buffalo Bill, right? And then you've got Hannibal Lecter. Yeah.
The answer is Buffalo Bill and Hannibal Lecter.
Let's go! That's right. Killing it. Killing it. Now I'm going to suck ass from here on out. You watch.
Question 3. Which horror fiction writer holds the record for most book-to-movie adaptations in the horror genre?
It's got to be Dean Koontz. No, I'm just kidding. It's Stephen King. Come on. Wouldn't it be hilarious if it was Dean Koontz, though?
The answer is, of course, Stephen King.
I was waiting for the last second of him just to go, Dean Koontz, motherfucker. I'm like, no. I would have gotten half credit. All right, we're still cooking.
Question 4. What title is bestowed upon Danny in the 2019 film Midsommar?
Oh. All right, now we're going to go to chat. I think it was the Midsummer Queen. That's, boy. I saw it in the theater. I own it on DVD, but yet I haven't watched it since the theater. That movie kind of just like came at a rough time for me. While watching that movie, not directly, but there were so many interesting things where I could point to and see analogs to my own, life and relationships over the years to a frightening degree. And I was both characters, a character that ended up losing, a character that had someone in their life that lost family, and then another person that is, still kind of checked out of the relationship. I ended up vacillating between both characters and everything. And I'm giving you all the time in the world to answer this in chat of what her role was, but you didn't see it. You didn't see it. Come on, Matt. What the hell is going on with you? All right, I'm gonna fuck this up. I'm gonna say it's just the Midsummer. It's a queen of something. There's gonna if he says if there's a queen something in there, fucking I don't got him mad.
She is of course the May Queen.
May Queen. I knew it was a queen. That counts. I'm counting that one.
Question 5. What state does the Blair Witch Project take place in?
Massachusetts.
If you said Maryland, you are correct.
God damn it!
All right, we're about halfway through.
That's right, Burkittsville, Maryland. Son of a bitch. I was listening, man. I'm not going to lie to you. I went off a little half-cocked there. Played like I knew what I was talking about. And sometimes we're a little bit arrogant. And I feel like this would also be my downfall if I was to go on like Jeopardy or something, is I would have that kind of like, I've got this in the bag. No!
This is where things get exponentially more difficult.
All right. We've seen how I've been doing so far.
Question 6. What is Elvira's real name?
Cassandra Peterson. Now, are we saying Elvira's real name, like the actress who's Elvira, or what's Elvira the characters? I don't know what that answer would be. Cassandra Peterson is the actress, if that's what we're asking.
The answer is Cassandra Peterson.
There you go. Won that one.
Question 7. What was Freddy Krueger's serial killer nickname before he died?
Ooh. I don't know. What was his nickname before he died? It had to do something with janitor and children, right? Janitor. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
He was the Springwood Slasher.
No, wow. Did not remember that one.
Question 8. What is the name of the fictional town in...
Oh, no, listen. There's a delay in the chat here. But, Matt, you did get this one, Springfield. Slasher Slayer, close enough. I'm going to count you on that one, bud. I'm going to count you on that one.
Jennifer's Body. It takes place in Devil's Kettle, Minnesota. Question 9.
Oh, I didn't hear the question. I'm sorry. But it was about Jennifer's Body, so I wouldn't have gotten it correct anyways.
In the 2007 film Vacancy, what is the room number that the main characters are trapped in?
Ooh. 8.
That would be room number 4.
Fuck. Divisible, right?
If you've made it this far, you're one question away from being in the 1% Horror Club. Final question. What was the original title for Friday the 13th? Which is...
Oh, he's going to say it and I'm going to be like, oh, I knew that.
Also what the original screenplay was tentatively titled as well. I actually really love the original title. The answer is Long Night at Blood Camp.
I didn't think it was that. That's hilarious.
Let me know how many you got right in the comments. And if you didn't get
not enough
in the 1% Club, don't worry. You get another chance next week.
Good stuff, Pat. What's next?
I was always a B film fan.
Why B movies rule? Homemade charm and truth with your old buddy, Timmy Burton.
Yeah, I mean, I remember going to the Chinese theater and looking at the history of the Academy Award winners, and I go, nope, never seen that, never seen that. But I have seen The Brain That Wouldn't Die, and I have seen, biker movies and blaxploitation films, and that's why you can look at the cast. It's a very high-end B movie cast list in a funny way. So those.
Man, I'm ready. I'm ready for the next Criterion sale coming up because Pee-wee's Big Adventure is out on 4K Criterion. And let me tell you something, boys and girls. Oh, got to get me one of them. Got to get me a copy of that. That's the first movie that I remember seeing in a theater as a child. And let me tell you something. Still love it. Still love it.
Those are the kind of films that I grew up watching.
And in a way, there's a kind of truthfulness to them, and they're not sort of...
It's Richard Iotti, everybody!
...star-dependent. They have to be character and ideas-driven.
There's something about the roughness of them and the sort of handmade and the kind of not having a lot of money and all that sort of stuff that sort of goes into the energy of those kind of films.
Absolutely agree. It's the spit and polish that makes those movies shine.
Did you know they did a remake of Terminator 2 and that it came out this year and made $200 million?
What now?
If you didn't realize it, it's because they called the film One Battle After Another.
All right, I'm curious to see where we're going with this.
I'm not joking, and in fact, I thought everybody knew this. I mean, it's not...
You mean kind of like how Top Gun Maverick was essentially just, a 2.5 hour... Death Star run. Same difference, right?
A secret, the cast talked about it in interviews. There's a famous interview where Paul Thomas Anderson talked about how Terminator 2 was one of the films that inspired him to do what he does. Or specifically the fact...
Magnolia, Terminator 2, they're practically the same film.
...that some people don't treat Terminator 2 as a great piece of filmmaking, which he does. And I think the people involved in making the film would say that it's just an homage, but it's pretty much Terminator 2 top to bottom. Let's walk through it. Both films start with an aging, kind of burned out revolutionary. Of course, in Terminator 2, that's Sarah Connor, played by Linda Hamilton. In One Battle After Another, that's
a prettier Linda Hamilton.
That's Bob, played by Leo DiCaprio. Both films are structured around a series of chase scenes in which the goal is to try to protect the child of the revolutionary. Of course, that's John Connor in Terminator 2. In this film, it's Willa. Note the jacket, which is clear.
Trying to make some parallels here.
Really a little nod to the black biker jacket worn by Arnold in Terminator 2.
Stretch.
The Unstoppable Killing Machine, which is the T-1000 in Terminator 2, is...
Yeah, but did Sarah Connor ever fuck the T-1000 and then leave Eddie Furlong by himself for the rest of his life just because he wanted to, get out of major trouble? One Battle After Another stinks.
Sean Penn's character, Lockjaw. And they even have a scene where he clearly is killed and just gets back up and keeps marching along. The role of Skynet in One Battle After Another is this secretive group of white supremacists.
Oh, you mean the plot point that didn't go nowhere and was completely pointless, and then the entire movie just jacks you off for it, like, ugh. And then I'm a slight spoiler, whatever, but like when Sean Penn's character comes there, it's just like, what? Why the theatrics? Why the theatrics? What are you, super villains? Get out of here.
Where it's heavily implied that they are in the process of secretly taking over society. They've got tentacles in every level of government and industry. And in fact, at the end of One Battle After Another, it's heavily implied that the child, like in Terminator, is destined to be the revolutionary that.
Yeah, exactly. But just like her mom, who left nothing but wanton destruction in her path and everything, and then left her child to be raised by a hapless moron. Her child who came along on account of spoiler alert,
kind of takes them down. Arnold Schwarzenegger's role as the Protector is played by Benicio del Toro. He's the extremely competent, more level-headed guy who comes in and kind of helps them. And just as in Terminator 2, he sacrifices himself so the heroes can save the future.
Just a couple of beers.
Now, you may notice that at every single stage, Paul Thomas Anderson is doing the most ridiculous possible adaptation here. Like, instead of a badass warrior mom trying to save her son from an unstoppable killing machine from the future, it's a very dumb and stoned burnout trying to save his daughter from an even dumber man. And where the climax of Terminator 2 culminates in this incredible car chase. The amazing car chase at the end of One Battle After Another is mostly a slapstick affair where characters are missing each other and making mistakes all over the place. If this is the first time you're hearing about this, it's actually fun to go watch One Battle After Another and spot the specific sequences that were repeated. Like this scene where the hero meets with the underground resistance for help getting away.
Oh boy. That's when you say, hasta la vista, baby.
And how they will always do the most ridiculous possible version of it.
Listen, One Battle After Another is probably going to win an Oscar or two. It shouldn't. It's bloated. It's masturbatory. It's mid. It's the only thing that's worse in Paul Thomas Anderson's catalog is, of course, Inherent Vice.
There is a movie theater chain that is now encouraging people to go on their phones during the movie, and
oh boy, this is not going to be the last time we're talking about it this evening, but Alamo Drafthouse fans, listen up. This concerns you.
I feel like I live in Crazy Town. It's like, that wasn't even clickbait. The Alamo Drafthouse, which is my theater, by the way, the Fide Alamo Drafthouse, is known for two things. First, full-service meals, burger, a popcorn, a salad, whatever you want, and
I used to work in a movie theater that did this exact same thing. It is now leveled to the ground and is just grass at this point. That's the state of the planet that we're in, ladies and gentlemen. But the Draft House was known for being very smart about things, but they are getting controversial for the big time fans.
And two, no talking and texting. They would take those orders, though, was you would write down what you wanted on a card, push a button, the waiter would come, pick up the card, and then bring you your food. They are getting rid of that service and now having people order everything online before and during the movie. Craziest part, in the article, it states that they are committed to no talk and no text during the movie. So not to worry about.
Fuck that. Turn the brightness up on your phone because you can't see it. It's time to order your nachos. Because that's what you jagoffs will do. In a world where in a perfect world where everyone's not a butthole, this could work. But I've got news for you. Everyone's a butthole. It's going to end badly. It's not good.
That, guys, I don't care if someone is texting, scrolling Instagram, or putting on an online order. They're still on their phone.
Yep.
It's completely against the ethos of the Alamo Drafthouse.
Like I've said previously, I think that we should have like many comedy clubs are doing, which is to say that you get your phone and your phone is put into a bag that is locked and sealed and put to a thing, and you come back, you retrieve your phone, and you're off to the races. That's what should happen at movie theaters. It's too much of a distraction, and in a world that we live in our reality, you people can't be trusted. You can't be trusted. My phone goes off, not silent, off, completely off. I got to reboot it to start it. And if you're not doing that, guess what? You're not doing enough. You're just silencing your phone? No, not enough. Turn it off. Turn it off.
The most distracting thing in the world is when someone goes on their phone during the movie. During a time where it's harder and harder to get people to go to the movies, why would you I will not be going back to the Alamo Drafthouse, which makes me sad. This makes absolutely no sense. There's time to walk this back. Please, can we think critically about this?
Really giant mistake. MBD, what do you got? I think this is for people who try to order when the movie has begun and cannot do it, whereas I can write in the dark, many cannot. But like the Alamo Drafthouse that I went to, that in where is it? North Carolina? Is it Raleigh? Is that where I went? I think that's wherever the fuck the closest one to me is. I drove up to that one, and they had like a little, it was like there was a little light. There was a little light that you could absolutely see everything that you were kind of writing down. And that was even during the movie. You could see that on the menu and everything. I don't know. Doesn't make much sense. Get it together, Alamo Drafthouse. I think we might be talking about that at least one more time. We'll see.
There's some interesting horror projects that
Pat's back
recently got announced, scheduled to be released right around the corner. So let's do a quick horror news roundup.
All right, let's see what we got here. There's a lot of stuff. I'm always excited for the horror flicks.
Most exciting news on the slate: we're getting a new Return of the Living Dead movie. This will be the 6th movie in the franchise and the first,
and I'm sure just as good as the last, right?
In 20 years. Starring Devon Sawa and Alexander Ward from American Horror Story is cast to bring the Tar Man back to life. Sign me all the way the fuck up. Black Mirror season 8 will be coming to Netflix soon.
Are we still watching Black Mirror? Anybody still watching that show? I watched like that first season and everything, and I was like, oh, that's pretty good. And then it just was kind of like, all right, I feel like I'm kind of done.
But honestly, season 7 was a little underwhelming, so hopefully this delivers. Darren Lynn Bousman of Saw franchise fame has a new film called Twisted coming out February 6th. About 2 millennials running a get-rich-quick scheme until they try to run the scam on the wrong mark.
Okay, listen, I'm down for seeing a Darren Lynn Bousman film. One of the few people that graduated from the same film school that I did that actually has gone on to be successful in something. So I kind of always follow that guy. If I would have been a couple years before, I could have been with him. It was a couple years after, there was another guy, but you know, I happened to be in the loser group, starring me. But I'm excited. That sounds like something I would be interested in seeing. Twisted looks good. Indeed. Let's see.
Rachel Talalay, director of Freddy's Dead, revealed that she found a long-lost copy of an alternative ending to the film that was shot but never released. It depicts the demons in Freddy's body escaping and finding a new home in a little boy, which is pretty cool, and you can see all the stills on her YouTube channel. Last but certainly not least, we're getting a Burbs reboot set.
I will say this. I like this as an idea for the poster because you're recreating the original Burbs poster. Do I think that you're going to have anywhere near the charm and awesomeness that the original Burbs did? No. I haven't even seen a trailer, but I can't possibly think of a reason that this would be good.
To release.
I listen, other than what's her face there, who's, you know, listening. I'm watching to watch her, I'll tell you that. But outside of that,
on Peacock on February 8th. This will be an 8-episode series, and usually I would say,
oh, it's a series too? Oh, I'm out.
No Joe Dante, no care. But honestly, the trailer looks intriguing, and I'm excited to see a more contemporary vision of this story.
Don't care. Didn't realize it was a series. Now see, that's nice. It just wipes it off of my slate altogether. I don't even have to. Not only am I not wasting 2 hours, I'm not wasting 8+ hours.
So I asked you guys for movie recommendations, and one movie was mentioned probably over 200 times, and
Why does she look this? I think this is where I stopped it, because I was just like, she asked for movie recommendations and she seems awful distraught. So I'm like, what could it be?
I just finished watching it. Why would you guys put that on me?
What'd you watch?
That was the most beautiful,
what'd you watch?
sad, meaningful movie I've ever seen in my life.
What do you think she's talking about? Dude, where's my car? Possibly. She could be talking about Little Nicky. That was a classic. That would put somebody in this particular state, I would think.
What?
What's the movie? Come on. What?
Burned. Oh my god. The idea we gotta do.
Wait a minute. What the fuck just even happened?
That was the most beautiful, sad, meaningful movie I've ever seen in my life. What?
Crash Out, sneak peek, Crash Out. What? Oh my God. No, it's worse. It's worse than this. Well, I knew that she wouldn't say it. She kind of did. This is Trisha Paytas. Is this a Trisha Paytas documentary or some shit that you're watching and then you go like, that's and you're crying over it like it's Schindler's List? I'm sure that it is in many ways, but...
Burned. Oh my god. The idea we gotta do.
Doesn't that look like a self-massager? Star Wars self-massager, if you will. All right, thank God. Let's get out of that and on to something else. My good.
Hi, I'm watching Old Boy for the first time, and I know what you're...
When she said that, I stopped it. I stopped it right there, and I was just like, yes. Yes. Because I love seeing people's reaction if they don't know what they're getting into when they get into Old Boy. Woo! Wait, let's go.
Thinking, Alyssa, you're such a movie girly. How did you never see Old Boy?
I don't know. You like having fun?
Never got around to it until just now. I'm excited. I'm going in pretty much entirely blind.
Oh, doesn't that make you excited? Doesn't that make you excited? Somebody going in 100% blind to Old Boy? Because, like, at first they're going to be like, what the hell's even going on? They're almost going to feel like they're brilliant, right? Then once he's out and everything, then it's going to be like, oh, this movie's taking a completely different turn. And then by the third, then you're going to see your giant hallway with your axe there and everything. You're going to love it. And then you're going to get to the end, and then you're going to get to the reveal, and then you're going to be like, oh, wait, what now? Can't wait to see this kind of this wild and crazy arc. It is just get somebody that you know in your life to watch Old Boy with you for the first time. Watch them let's watch this and see what happens.
I know this movie is famous for a big twist. I have made it to 31 years of life without being spoiled for Old Boy. And I'm very proud of that. And today I will remedy that. Literally, the credits are like, I'm just starting it right now. I will report back when I finish Old Boy.
Oh, she's not going to give us a blow-by-blow. I like the blow-by-blows, but okay.
Wish me luck, team. I don't know what I was expecting, but it was not that.
I told you. I told you.
Oh my God.
It happens every time.
Never in my years.
Nope. You can't. You can't. You're like, here's a movie called Old Boy. Sit down and watch it. That ain't what you're going to expect.
Of watching movies, would I have ever?
Nope.
Would I have ever guessed that that's what the plot twist is?
Nope. No, you would not. No, you would not.
What? The fact that this movie exists is crazy. How do you even pitch that to movie studios?
Okay, so here's the thing, right?
How do you pitch that to movie executives? Oh my God. I'm clearly not hating to my full potential. Lee Woo-jin is probably Hall of Fame hater. bro, what? And then you're just dead inside after because
You're not having a great time.
there isn't really a resolution.
No, there is not. It just leaves you going, fuck.
Oh my god. This was an absolutely fucked up movie.
Banger.
But it was so good. I just know the people that have seen Old Boy were like, oh no, she ain't ready. I was not.
I told you, they never are. They never, ever are.
I was not that.
No one's ever ready for the Old Boy.
Oh my god. Now I'm curious what makes the American remake so bad. Did they?
It's just that Spike Lee just decided to jack off on the screen and we're just like, I don't want that. Gross.
Just like cut everything. Did they just sanitize?
I don't know why. Here's the thing. I don't know, and I ain't never gonna know. You want to know why? Because I ain't never gonna watch it. I ain't never gonna watch the Spike Lee Old Boy remake. Because why? What's the point? What's the point? There's no point. No point.
Is it? Because I don't know. I'm not gonna watch it because I love myself. But
yeah, you good on you.
My God, I have to start smoking cigarettes or something.
The plot twist is very Adam. Yeah, it's something that I would go like, oh boy, eating octopus.
So I got the perfect idea to make movie theaters get back in action.
I swear to God, I think I watched maybe a few more seconds of this, and I think this son of a bitch has stolen my ideas and stuff like that. I'm not going to say he's stolen directly. Maybe there's a hive mind thing going on. I don't like, however, whatever this thing is on your head, however this is kind of working. I don't like it. But let's see what he's got to say.
Right? And it all comes down to pricing.
Oh, fuck you. Maybe you are stealing all my stuff. Let's go.
It's easy. Watch. Adults.
Oh, see, you're an idiot now. You don't even know what you're talking about.
$10.
Wrong.
Kids.
No. Adults are $5. $5 Monday through Thursday. All adults, all children, all tickets. $5. That's it. $5. Monday through Thursday. Friday and Saturday and Sunday, you go up to maybe $8. But Monday through Thursday, $5, all shows.
Like 4 to 12. Whatever, 4 to 12. That sounds right. Yeah.
You don't need 4-year-olds in theaters right now. I'm going to say 6 and up.
Yeah. $6.
You're still going under. You're still charging $1 more than I would cost. So $5. It's $5 for all tickets. All tickets, $5.
Baby.
Mate. Babies. Did this motherfucker just suggest a pricing for babies at a movie theater? For babies. Sir, if this wasn't Jeff Bezos' internet, I would reach through and just... When I was a manager of a movie theater, as I said, we were a movie theater / restaurant / bar. We were all of those things. Had a big giant bar right out in front. On a Friday evening at 10 p.m., this man and this woman walk in with a baby. And when I say baby, I think a lot of people think I'm talking about a 3-year-old. No. When I say baby, I mean just out of the oven, baby. This baby, you ain't never had a more fresh baby smell than this baby. As far as I'm concerned, they just got out of the hospital there and made a beeline to go see Creed 2 or whatever the fuck it was. But they brought in a baby, a literal baby this big, to a movie at 10 o'clock at night, and then got upset when we were like, you can't have this baby in a movie theater. They were like, why? It wasn't even like a little bassinet or anything. It's like a little deal that you can carry. It wasn't even in that. They were raw dogging this baby. They was just holding a little ass baby. It was unbelievable.
Babies and young toddlers.
$500,000.
Okay, it's a joke.
Get them the
fuck out.
Well, great.
Get a babysitter.
What are we doing?
Someone should have got a babysitter for you in that shit joke, my friend. Simpson taught me that babies cost $800. Yeah, see? Exactly. He stole that joke, too. He stole the joke.
So you're telling me that you two tough, quiet cowboy types have been traveling out all the way
to Brokeback Mountain? Is that what we're going to say when they say the title in the movie?
To a mountain range under the guise of fishing trips for years, all to participate in carnal love without the pressures of a backwards and unforgiving society? This thing is great. It must be some kind of hot tub time.
Now, see, that's what humor is, you sons of bitches. We thought he was going to sing, and then he's act. That's what's funny. Idiot.
All right, we're going to do King of the Hill with Hood classic movies.
And if there's anyone who's got information on the Hood, you know it's one Ben Affleck. If there's anybody who's got street cred out there, God almighty, is it Ben friggin' Affleck? I tell you what, man, I'm excited. I'm excited because if there's anybody that I go to for Hood news, it's Ben Affleck. Let's go.
Ben Affleck. Friday and Soul Plane.
Are we doing a showdown between Friday and Soul Plane? Look at Bronson just standing there. What's going on? He just wants to be on screen. I swear to you. He's just like, I'm going to just stand here and watch myself on the monitor. Friday's the answer to this. What are we even talking about?
Friday and Rush Hour.
Rush Hour. Sorry. Well, okay, here's the deal. I feel like there's a chance he could go Friday on account of like the category is Hood classics. And while Rush Hour might be a movie that's accepted by the community, I feel like Friday might be the more kind of quote unquote authentic answer and everything. But if we're just talking about the quality of movie, Rush Hour is a better movie. Fight me on it. In every way, shape, and form, Rush Hour beats the shit out of Friday, which, let's be honest, looks like it was put together for 2 pennies.
Rush Hour.
Yes, correct. Correctamundo.
Rush Hour or Coming to America?
Gosh, they're so very different. He's going to, just because I know his age bracket here and everything, he's going to say Coming to America, even though I think Rush Hour probably bangs that one out just a little bit. That's me. But I would say Rush Hour, he's probably going to say Coming to America. And Coming to America is a little bit more, that's going to give you a little more street cred than Rush Hour would.
Coming to America.
Told you.
Come on, King. I feel like breakdancing.
Coming to America or Boys in the Hood?
Coming to America. Boys in the Hood's depressing. And I saw somebody talk about Boys in the Hood, which was just basically like they moved him like just across town. Like it really didn't do shit. You're just like, what are you talking about? You're just like four blocks that way. Like you're not out of trouble.
I'm gonna take Coming to America because Menace. I would say Menace is a better movie on the same subject as
Correctamundo.
Them Boys in the Hood.
Coming to America or Juice?
Coming to America, Juice. Like, listen, I mean, the movie that made Tupac go from a you know to a hip hopper.
Coming to America.
Correctamundo.
Coming to America or Paid in Full?
Paid in Full. I don't even know what the fuck that is. It's got no. Coming to America. What even is Paid in Full? I don't even know what that is.
Coming to America.
Come on now.
Coming to America or Belly?
Oh man, for whatever reason, I think this poster is why people like Belly and that it sounds cool. It's a one name thing. Fuck that. It's Coming to America. It's better.
Coming to America. You really can't fuck with that movie unless you're
exactly
very, very elite.
Coming to America or Training Day?
Oh, now again, very different movies here. Very different movies.
I mean, different movies, man. You know, like Denzel's great in Training Day, but as a movie, Coming to America, I think. I mean, it's really different, but
yeah,
Coming to America.
I think
Coming to America or Menace to Society?
Ooh, because he mentioned Menace to Society earlier.
Menace, I guess.
Menace to Society or New Jack City?
New Jack City is a little bit silly.
Menace.
Come on, Menace to Society is better. New Jack City is a little silly.
Menace to Society or Don't Be a Menace?
Oh, don't be a menace to society while drinking your juice in the hood. Full title.
Drinking your juice in the hood. Menace to Society.
Menace to Society or 8 Mile?
Oh. As a white guy, you have to say Menace to Society. Otherwise, you're racist.
Ah, damn. Both.
I know, though, right? People were actually scared of New Jack City at the time. I don't know why. It's kind of like it's kind of Drama Kid-y. It's like Drama Kid gang. You know what I'm saying?
I guess 8 Mile.
8 Mile or Poetic Justice?
8 Mile. 8 Mile. Come on.
I mean, Tupac was. He only did so many movies. You have Janet Jackson in that movie too. Is like, I love the song again, but I'm still gonna have to.
Better.
Is it Menace versus that?
8 Mile. Did you go?
It's 8 Mile. Yeah, 8 Mile. 8 Mile versus Poetic Justice. 8 Mile.
8 Mile.
Yeah. Agreed.
Or Hustle and Flow?
Oh, 8 Mile. I'm gonna tell you right now, Hustle and Flow was one of the most overrated pieces of garbage. It's fair. I'd say piece of garbage just because I'm trying to be a little hyperbolic, but it is so overplayed. It's overplayed, man. 8 Mile.
Hustle and Flow is fucking good too, and Terrence is great, but I think probably 8 Mile.
8 Mile.
Right. You're picking such good ones, but it's hard to like.
8 Mile or American Gangster?
American Gangster. American Gangster, come on. American Gangster's way better. Come on, Ridley Scott.
Maybe American Gangster. I mean,
you come on, Ridley Scott, buddy.
Denzel, that was peak
Denzel, Ridley Scott, get out of here, bro.
Denzel.
American Gangster or Dead Presidents?
American Gangster.
different style, but Dead Presidents more groundbreaking. But American Gangster as a film,
Better
I guess,
film.
probably
Better film.
American Gangster.
American Gangster or Blood In, Blood Out?
American Gangster.
Gangster. Yep, agreed. I tell you what, the more I see, the more I believe Ben Affleck and I would be best of buddies, man. That dude and I see eye to eye on a lot of stuff, especially like I said, when you go and watch his interview with him and Matt Damon on Rogan, their ideas about how to help Hollywood out, completely agree with that. Me and Ben Affleck very much on the same page about a lot of subjects.
Why do people think this looks cool?
Because it does.
I'm specifically talking about the smoking, and this is not a rhetorical question. Why?
Okay, he's going to get into it, but I have an answer.
Is there brain science or evolutionary psychology that explains why we see this and think it looks cool. I mean,
Yes. Okay. So let's talk about it a little bit. I believe it was Roger Ebert. Almost 99.999% that this was Roger Ebert. Roger Ebert said he was somebody who absolutely hated smoking, didn't like smoking, and as far as he was concerned, wishes no one smoked ever, except for on film, because he agreed that something about smoking in celluloid, at the time, celluloid, of course, that there is a magic between those two things, because it's unpredictable where smoke is going, how smoke will behave. You can control smoke to a degree, but there is a level of smoke itself that is unwieldy, that is just free-forming and will conform to so many weird and interesting different factors that are going on within the air, within the atmosphere, everything that's going on, how you're smoking, what you're smoking, how you blow it out, all of these things. The atmosphere that's in here, the lighting, how everything works. There's so many different things that are at play. And then when you're actually shooting on film and stuff, you have celluloid. So all of these things are just tiny little dots, little grains of film that are going in there. And all of these things talking to each other, melding at once in all at the exact same time. There's something beautiful about it that you cannot recreate, no matter how hard you try. And we've gotten really damn good at it, but you still cannot recreate this kind of just naturalness to it. And I think that's there's something, and it's controlling fire, which is, obviously an essential element in everything. And to be able to be holding fire in one's hand, to be able to literally breathe fire, the thing that can bring you warmth, the things that can cook the food, that will bring you sustenance, that will keep you alive. I think deep down in a weird evolutionary thing somewhere in our minds, that's where smoking and all of it, like it all compounds into that, I think.
Makes us want to imitate it. And this is actually a hugely important question, because if you ask, well, why do people smoke cigarettes? You're going to say, because it's addictive. But that's not why they started smoking. They started because they thought it would make them look cool.
And it fucking worked. Look at it. Like that, Ham smokes a cigarette really good. Eastwood, obviously. Nick Cage smokes a fantastic cigarette. And there's a skill to it. John Travolta smokes a great cigarette.
The answer you get when you look this up doesn't sound correct to me, which is people saying, well, it's because of...
Exactly. Smoking turns you briefly into a dragon.
Propaganda from tobacco companies. They ran ads for decades with beautiful models holding cigarettes or handsome cowboys. And they'll say Hollywood has been pushing this from the beginning, making cigarette smoking look glamorous.
But it looked cool. It looks cool. It's an interesting, like I said, there's the controlling of an element. There is the self-reflection that one gets when taking like a smoke break and stuff, to where you're stopping your day, you're taking deep breaths, you're, blowing those out and everything. The carcinogens fuck with your brain a little bit. You're having a time.
But are you implying that Hollywood and corporations could do that with anything? Like if they had decided that instead of selling cigarettes, they wanted to sell chewing tobacco.
Ooh, man, the spittoon business would be crazy right now.
In media, you're constantly seeing beautiful people doing what Brad Pitt does in Moneyball, where he's got a little cup that he spits into every few minutes.
By the way, you are the grossest chuds on the planet. You spitters into the cups, you disgusting monkeys. Ew. You gross sons of bitches. I just got a soda can here. Ugh. Note when you see a soda can going up to my face, everybody, we're chug-a-lugging here. We ain't spitting nothing back. It's only going into the gullet, I'll tell you that.
Because he has chewing tobacco in his lip. That if they had done that, then we would see that as cool.
I don't know. That's got to be a tough one. Unless you can really get the one of those, like I said, the spittoon action, that's what we really need.
I'm not just bringing this up at random. This has been in the headlines recently because
it is true. That's true. We've seen people smoking again. It's kind of been nice.
Because celebrities are making smoking cigarettes cool again. You're suddenly seeing this everywhere.
Fuck yeah.
And as a culture, we just can't get rid of this. People think smoking looks really cool. Directors put this in movies for a reason, and it's not because they were paid by a tobacco company. Or at least that's not primarily why they do it.
It looks cool. It looks cool. It photographs well. It elicits emotions and thoughts and stuff about characters and stuff now. And I don't think people understand this. You know, they've also gotten so fucking stupid about it and everything to where they won't even let villains smoke. You know, because like, you know, like Wolverine, for example, Wolverine constantly smoking on a cigar and everything, which I always thought was a very cool aspect to it. Because again, and even as a child, I understood that Wolverine can smoke because he has a mutant healing factor and he'll never get cancer. He'll never get emphysema because his body heals. You understood even as a small child, hey, smoking is wrong, but this guy can smoke because he has a healing factor. It doesn't hurt him. Otherwise, a bad person could be smoking all the time. French whore? A French whore should be smoking. If she's not, is she even a French whore?
Cigarettes show up in photo shoots and movies and TV shows because it enhances the attractiveness of the actors doing it. I think some of you are going to say that
Look at that. Look at it. Look how fucking cool James Dean looks with that cigarette in his mouth. That looks cool.
It is a symbol of youth rebellion, and we see rebelliousness as cool.
Hell
but
yeah.
It's only rebellious if you see cigarettes as dangerous, and
that's true. If your grandma's smoking, you know, Newports,
that hasn't always been the case. There is something about this that just lights up people's brains that wouldn't happen if you replaced us with, say, a lollipop.
Yeah, but at the same time, too, though, like it's that nicotine hit, too, that when you get that nicotine, like it go, oh, like nicotine. I'm sorry, as far as I'm concerned, nicotine is more of a brain swapper than marijuana is, because that's like I take a smoke of a cigarette and I'm like, whoa.
Or even a cigar. If you have a theory, please share it.
You just heard my theory. It was a big one. It was a long one. And that's what we got. All right. Speaking of which, let's take a quick one here because I am going to, let's see. I'm going to take a quick break here, take the dog out to walk because he's kind of bugging me for all of that. So we're going to take a quick break here, and then we're going to come back for the second half of TikTok Trash Tuesday. We'll be right back here, everybody. Give me 1 second to hit all the fucking buttons. There's so many buttons to hit. All right, be right back. All right. Bronson has hit the toilet, and he's more excited than ever now. Let me pull this bad boy here. What's been going on in the chat since I've been gone? I do think that people with vices are weak, but I'm totally two-faced about it because I have vices, just not smoking or drinking or drugs. Exactly. We all got our things. Just don't be a jerk about your thing. That's the big thing. All right. Speaking of vices, here's another one of mine. Calorie-free drinks. That's right, everybody. Mountain Dew Zero is just as good as water. If anyone tells you otherwise, you punch them right in the face. All right, let's go. Let's jump back in.
If you've ever been to an Alamo Draft House or you know what they are, you'll know they're known for something. They have the most strict no talking, no texting policy out of any movie theater chain in the country. They offer clever PSAs before the movie starts. One in particular that's been around for a decade and a half now.
Magnanimous States of America. You can tell the lady that made this telephone call was she had a couple before she came into the Alamo Draft House. And then when she was in there, then she got really, really mad. And she left voicemail. Talk about it, she's really mad. Right? Okay? Assholes.
Now actually had them play a voice message from a bitter.
Oh, it was so deliciously good.
Entitled Angry Customer.
I hope he plays some of
them. Who was kicked out for being disruptive. They're also a theater chain.
Oh, come on.
That offers food and beverage. And they have a very effective way of allowing customers to order while the movie is playing without being disruptive. It involves little sheets of paper and a pen on every table at every seat. If you happen to need something while the movie plays, you write it down, put your card up, press a button, they'll come take care of you. It's worked for years and years, but now it seems they want to rearrange their protocol. Recently, they added QR codes on each table. It allows you to order with your phone, but you're only able to do that before the movie starts and during the trailers. Once the movie begins, it's back to pen and paper. Now it seems they want to allow QR phone ordering during the whole movie.
Yeah, that's where the problem lies. I'm fine with it all the way up until perfect, where before the movie starts and everything, you've got your QR code and you can essentially just send that to the kitchen printer and then they bring back your stuff to you. Beautiful. But after the movie starts, it's back to hitting that pen, boy.
There's another article that came around. I'm still trying to figure out how valid it is. That apparently one of those with the new ownership under Sony just wants to ease their policy with phones. And all I have to say that is this. You are going to lose your most loyal customer base. People who for years have been going out of their way to go see a movie at your theater because they know they're going to get an experience without.
Exactly. That's why they would go. They would make specific choices to go to a place that has a distraction-free environment. Yes.
Disruptions. Because they know they're going to be sitting in a theater with people who value seeing the movie as much as they do.
100%. I think it's a big, giant mistake. It's just rein it in, man. Just don't be stupid about it.
Do you know that magic rings really aren't that harmful? More dwarves are responsible for fatalities than any magic ring has ever caused.
You know that's true, right?
When you think about it, there's really not that many magic rings to begin with. 9 were given to men, and then another 7 were given to dwarves. There were really only like 20, and then Sauron created 1, and everyone caused a big fuss. You know, I have many friends in the dwarf community, but for the most part, I really don't trust them. They live alone.
Nah, bro, you can't be trusting dwarves. I feel like dwarves are a little shifty.
On a mountain, and you ever notice that the dwarves, they don't like the dragons. Like they're afraid of flying monsters, but everyone that I've ever known has come at me with an axe on a drunken night. What are they? Have you ever seen a dwarf woman or even a dwarf child?
What they said it there in the movies, like even the women got beards.
Gandalf as well. I've met Gandalf on many occasions. I don't trust him. He smokes way too much of the long bottom leaf, and that's another thing. If you look at statistics, long bottom leaf is way more dangerous than any magic ring has ever become. It's way more addictive. There's pictures of Gandalf and Bilbo just smoking it on a hill. Gandalf smokes it so much that he knows tricks. Blow his smoke. goes into a big ship. Where's that ship going? Who's that ship transporting? Is it coming to Middle Earth? Is it leaving? How many young hobbits have gone missing?
Where's that ship going?
We have the Criterions first, followed by the regular Blu-rays and the 4Ks after that. Then all the collections are at the bottom, all alphabetized, of course, but, sorry. This must be so boring for you.
My name is Esteban, and this is my movie collection.
I have a very important question I have to ask you. Do you prefer the Blu-ray or 4K release of John Carpenter's 1982 cinematic masterpiece, The Thing?
Why would you like a Blu-ray over a 4K? What are the odds of Blu-rays going to be better?
Because I have both. Happy Valentine's Day. I got 24 roses for you, a box of chocolates, your favorite wine is open in the kitchen, and I have Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me on 4K queued up on the TV right now.
That lady needs to be investigated.
Let's do this. How do you feel about color grading? Thank you so much for sharing that movie with me. I think Greta Gerwig is my new favorite director.
Now you know it's a sketch.
There's so many amazing movies, I just don't know what to pick. How about you choose tonight? I'll watch anything you want to, even that thing we've seen 100 times. Tonight is about you. Pick a Criterion. Any Criterion.
I got about half of those. I've seen. I'm like, I know that's fine. I know that's fine. I know that's fine. Don't do that. Don't do that. No. Stop that. When you get introduced as someone who loves movies and then they immediately crack under pressure.
Jay is a big movie guy.
Oh, is that so?
So you call your...
Oh, man. Is when someone puts you in that position and stuff. Now, most of the time, it usually is me. I usually am like, oh, this is fine. And amongst the people that I would be around, it would be like, oh, he is that guy. But like, man, whenever you're not that guy and you're the dumb amongst the other film dudes, first of all, I do like it. I like being not the most smart person about stuff. But boy, oh boy, it can swing either way, that pendulum.
Yourself a film bro, huh?
No.
What is your number one favorite movie?
Oh, well, there's this one foreign film called...
Gay!
In the 60s, they had this...
Gay!
Have you guys ever... When...
Gay!
Okay.
Oh, man. Cracking under pressure.
My hot take is that too many self-proclaimed cinephiles do not watch nearly enough weird and bad movies.
Correct. 100% correct. I talk with people or see with people like looking at their letterbox there, and the amount of like 5 stars and stuff compared to other things is egregious. It's too much. I want people to see garbage because there are too many people that just go like, oh, this is like, no, as bad as you think this movie is, you haven't really seen a lot of bad movies. You need to see some bad movies, and they are out there. God, they are out there, and they will make you appreciate the garbage that you think is garbage. You'll appreciate it more. You will.
Like, I don't care what your opinion is on One Bad Life.
Love from India. Well, love right back to you, India. Oh, my goodness. How about that? Not too shabby. H&P reaching all the way out to India. Hell yeah, brother.
Another, because nothing you can say has not already been said 20,000 times over. No, I want to see proof that you are perusing the deep recesses of Tubi.
Exactly. I'm so... This woman is great because she's reading my mind. I was about to go directly to Tubi and say, if there's any place that you should be looking for absolute trash, Tubi is the place. Get thee to Tubi ASAP, everybody. I'm going to say it right now. I feel like I want to do a video on this as well, as I think Tubi is probably the best streaming app out there. Tell me I'm wrong. It costs you $0. The ads are kind of crap. It is what it is, but it's usually pretty decent quality for the most part, unless, it depends on where they got it, where they sourced it from, but it always looks pretty good. The selection is always pretty decent. There's whatever your film taste is, Tubi's got something in there for you, and it's not costing you a dime. You don't got to sign in if you don't want to sign into nothing. Tubi's great, dog. And like I said, the greatest of the great and the worst of the worst. It's all available on Tubi. Tubi, you should pay me.
And watching shit like Tammy and the T-Rex or some obscure...
Yes, Tammy and the T-Rex, fantastic example. You want to see Paul Walker at his best? Don't be watching no Fast and Furious movies. Watch Tammy and the T-Rex, where the brain of Paul Walker gets put into a dinosaur. That's right. And then Denise Richards falls in love with said dinosaur. That's a real movie.
Your 80s.
And it's terrible.
Slasher, okay? Come on, broaden your horizons, people.
Broaden your horizons. I'm eating cookie dough, by the way. That's what that is. A little bit of a health nut.
Hey, so I actually didn't have a panic attack when I watched this movie, which means it's the worst fucking thing that's ever existed, and
non-horror fans talking about horror movies.
The people who made it deserve to die. Orphanage Massacre isn't a fucking horror movie. It has 5 parts where you laugh, which means it's a dark comedy. Actually, are you fucking stupid? Okay, but can anyone explain to me why the shoe is standing up? Honestly, I think it's a plot hole and it's bad writing. Honestly, it's pretty unrealistic, even though the entire movie is about a giant alien that sucks people up and eats them. Oh, so you watched a movie?
Oh, that was about Nope, wasn't it? Was that about Nope?
That has gore in it? That means you endorse everything that the killer does.
Oh my God, that is the fucking truth. Those people who go, oh, this is what you're watching, ergo, it is like you co-signing the activities of the things that are going on in the horror movies. Are you mad? Unbelievable.
And you think actual people should be murdered like that in real life?
Yeah, those people are insane, dude. Watch the movie I showed to Bruce the other day, Zone Troopers from 1985. The name sounds familiar. That sounds familiar. And now we were talking Terminator earlier. Great Terminator ripoff, Hands of Steel. Check that out. Yeah, exactly. Fiction is fiction. People are shocked about that sometimes. They just go like, no, that's you reading that. That means that you agree with it. Huh?
I want to talk about a very specific
Jar Jar Binksism. Okay.
aesthetic quality that I've noticed in some of the men in Hollywood, and that is that they look like Jar Jar Binks.
Okay, color me intrigued.
These men look like Jar Jar Binks. And before you stop me and say, Lexi, that is objectively
If she shows what's his nose from The Bear and all that other shit, Gene Wilder Jr., maybe. That's a maybe. That's a maybe.
bullying, everyone knows that Jar Jar Binks is the ugliest thing to ever happen to American pop
Misa's so ugly?
culture. The irony is that the men that possess this Binksism quality, they're some of our top hotties. I'm
Let's find out.
talking like god tier sexy. They just also happen to look like Jar Jar Binks. Now,
Rango!
Now, before I show you the men I'm thinking about, I want to tell you what I mean by Binksism. Binksism is when your eyes
Mildly racist.
are just a little too close
Maybe not mildly.
together and just a little too high on your face. And again, I know that sounds mean, but when I
Eyes are too low on my face. We clearly all know that. Giant forehead.
show you the men I'm talking about, you're going to be like, I literally have a poster of that guy on my wall. I've been obsessed with him since I was 15. Like, what? Like, you love this. I promise you, you love these Binks men.
No.
Okay, let's get started.
Misa in deep doo-doo.
Did I?
He does look like Jar Jar Binks.
I lie. Your fave. Your fave. Hell, I like him too. This
He looks like a thumb.
man looks like Jar Jar Binks. I know you see it. I
We's gonna die?
know you see it. Jar Jar.
Yes.
Austin. Y'all,
Ugh.
I would not say this about someone who was not considered literally gorgeous.
Let's go. Who's looking like Jar Jar next?
Austin Butler is objectively gorgeous. He just also, at the same time, is identical to Jar Jar Binks. Number 2, you probably knew this one was coming.
Oh, Jar Jar Binks in Face Off.
Now, he might not be your current fave, okay? I don't even necessarily know what he looks like right now. I think the last time I saw him was
No one knows what he looks like right now. No one, even him.
Adele Dazeem, but he was your mom's fave. Like, he was important to your mother. That's a promise. And yet, actually, simultaneously, as you can see, he looks like Jar Jar Binks. I'll do it again. Like, here's JJB and here's JT. Hot guy, Danny Zuko. Everybody cared. Everybody was on it. He meant something to literally everybody. And yet he just happens to look identical to like the definition of an upsetting looking character. I don't know how it works. I don't know enough about beauty to tell you.
Look at. See what I'm saying? I'm just saying. She got it going on too.
Why it works
right there. Look at that
on these men and why it doesn't work on this beast. But that is just simply how the cookie happened to have.
Look at it. It's perfect.
Crumbled at this time. And last but not least.
Yes.
Jar Jar. I feel
correct.
I feel like I might get a little bit of pushback on this one. I guess
he's more of a salacious crumb, if you ask me.
Maybe a little bit more subtle, but if you don't see it, I don't know what to tell you.
Little salacious crumb in my book.
That's Jar Jar Binks. Like, I don't want to hear that you can't imagine him saying "P-U-S-A." Like I know you hear it. I know you hear it. One more time for good measure. We've got Jar Jar. We've got
same thing. The pictures are the same.
Glenn. Twins. I'm sorry if this offended anyone. I'm sorry if you're one of these 3 beautiful men that saw this and thought, oh my God, that really sucks. I look like Jar Jar Binks. Again, I promise you're beyond hot. You're literally so hot. I love you. I just also think we can all agree that you look like Jar Jar Binks.
Hey, listen. You could look like water. Think about it. It's like it would hurt my voice if I do that.
Hey, want to hear something fucking dumb?
Well, this is TikTok Trash Tuesday, so we're pretty used to it, but let's see what you got.
Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. Tickets are on sale now.
Yeah.
They've been on
which has been silly.
On sale for a year.
Mm-hmm.
But now eBay and scalpers are getting involved.
And if you buy if you bought a scalp ticket for a Christopher Nolan film, might I invite you to the padded cell with which you belong in?
Want to see some ticket prices? This is real from eBay. $509, $350, $400. These are not prices that resellers are trying to sell at. This is what they've sold for.
That's ridiculous.
Look at that. Sold. Somebody bought a fucking ticket at the Grauman's Chinese for $509 to see The Odyssey. First screening of The Odyssey.
So, I mean, listen, if you got it, you got it. And I guess if you got it, you got it. But,
Odyssey opening weekend. Are you fucking kidding me?
Look. Now, listen, I do want to see The Odyssey, and I would love to see The Odyssey in 70 millimeter and everything, but I did not buy my ticket a year in advance because I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to be doing in a year. So I might not be able to see this one in 70 millimeter unless it stays in there for a little while, which I hope it does. And that would be a trip to me all the way down to Atlanta to see it. But I would do that. I've done it for several films. I've gone down there and seen IMAX films there before, so it wouldn't stop me.
Context.
But I ain't paying no $600 for a ticket. I ain't paying no $300 for a ticket. I will pay standard ticket prices. If that's, $15, whatever the fuck it normally is, $20 even, I'll pay that. But I ain't paying no more than the standard ticket price.
A year ago, I think it was a year ago, more than a year ago.
Yeah.
Tickets for the Odyssey went on sale. Now, it was unprecedented, I believe. Still unprecedented at that time. No other movie has had a pre-order window like that with such a huge amount of time, right? Like treating
I don't even know if we saw stills at that point.
it like it's a concert or something. It was a first, I think. Probably a first ever for the industry.
All right, you keep repeating yourself, my man.
And they sold out. People were buying IMAX seats and stuff opening weekend, and they sold out. Okay, that's cool. That's fine. As ridiculous as it is, that's fine. But now we've reached the point where resellers are popping these tickets up on eBay. Let me tell you a couple reasons why this is dumb. Reason one, as I said, these aren't the prices they're listed at. This is the sold price. This is what somebody paid.
Okay, you already said that.
You can fucking spend your money however you want to spend your money. But I also have the ability to laugh at you in the process. And if you're paying $350, $500 to see the Odyssey opening weekend, I'm laughing at you. I am laughing at you.
Oh my God. What are you like Chris Rock of this? How many times are you going to give us a setup?
Because the people next week will.
Man walks into a bar. A man walks into a bar.
Go. They'll spend $15 and see the same movie. The other reason this is dumb is because it kind of spells out a doom prophecy laid out by George Lucas. A couple years ago, George Lucas spoke about the future of movie theaters. And look, at the time, we all thought it sounded ridiculous. He was saying things like it was going to be like a Broadway show. Movie theater ticket seats were going to sell out depending on where they were in the theater. The demand.
Yeah, and you know what? It's all been terrible. You know what's going on right now in Broadway? Broadway's dying. Broadway's dying right now. So, how about that? Feels like we're leaning into the right thing then there, huh?
And for the movie. At the time, I was like, this fucking fantasy world, what is this guy talking about? And now, he's laughing because it's happening.
Again, it shouldn't be the point. The point should be the other thing. Movies are made for paupers. It is $5 a ticket Monday through Thursday. That is my goal. Monday through Thursday, ticket and popcorn and drink, full price, $10 for all. Tell me that ain't getting asses back in theaters.
It's happening right now.
We will come back from it. That's what I mean.
What you're going to end up with is fewer theaters, bigger theaters, with a lot of nice things. Going to the movies is going to cost you $50, maybe $100, maybe $150.
And then again, that's you're writing the recipe for doom.
Like Broadway costs today.
Yeah, it's like Broadway or going to.
Fuck that. Nope. But George Lucas also thought that the prequels were for children, and we were talking about trade disputes. So, guess what? George don't know everything, everybody.
So apparently the arrangement that Sony had with Marvel to allow Spider-Man in the MCU had an expiration date.
I sent this to the boys, and I said, I am so glad that we decided to stop, just to complete HMP Volume 1, talking about superhero films and stuff like that. We just got to a point where it was like, there were diminishing returns on everything. There was so much stuff, and then the quality of things got so low, the quantity of things got so high. We were just like, we want to get out of this before we hate being in it, before we just really become disgusted with what we're doing and then just become a husk of a show. And other people don't do that. And then the switch from H&P Volume 1 to Volume 2, now like 86 episodes in, it's so much better. It's so nice to be able to kind of swim outside of that pool and everything, and not have to be people that have to be like this. And they're making fun of another podcast, from what Sean was telling me here. The Collider people is who they're making fun of. But yeah, there's a group of people that still got to act like this like every week. And boy, I would hate to be that kind of, have to have that kind of fakeness to my life.
And just like spoiled milk, a lot of fans are sour on this idea.
Damn straight. That's right, Mike. This is the first thing I can say isn't very cool. Fuck them! How dare anyone cross Disney? Fuck them! I don't know what's going to happen with Tom Holland, but I'm so fucking angry. Will they go back to Andrew Garfield?
I don't know, Rich! We don't know! But fucking goddamn it, we're fucking mad about this!
I don't want to be that. I did not want to be this. I'm so glad we exited when we did.
Fuck you, Sony! Fuck off! How fucking dare you make a sensible financial move?
That's what a lot of those shows are, man. That's what a lot of those shows are. Yikadoos.
Hollywood's biggest Nepo baby is throwing a huge hissy fit right
Jeff Russo. What do you got there for us, Jeffy?
now. I don't know if you've been keeping up with the news around the Warner Brothers acquisition. Netflix is still in charge to take that over, but Paramount and Skydance have been absolutely throwing everything they can to try to win over Warner Brothers. And their head, David Ellison, is really throwing quite the fit right now. Now, if you don't know David Ellison, he is the lovely son of uber-rich billionaire Larry Ellison, and a guy who probably asks his dad to buy everything for him. So he's got this obsession with...
I love people that don't have money always being mad at the people that do have money. Is always funny to me. It's called, you're showing who you are right away. You're showing who you are right away. It's just like, oh, you're rich, daddy buys everything. I'm like, yeah, some of them do. Some of them do, but you're really, when you jump off like that, it's just showing how insecure you are about your situation. And I'm sure Jeff's doing fine, but come on now.
Being in Hollywood.
Oh, by the way, Jeff's getting a lot of sponsorships from people, so Jeff is doing just fine. Don't worry. I see him in a lot of sponsored ads on TikTok, so Jeff's doing just fine. Don't worry.
And he bought out Paramount, and he owns that now, and he wants to own Warner Brothers. And
because it would be a better job for them than it would be for Netflix, Jeff. And if you don't realize that, you a bit dense.
And so far, they haven't been able to come up with a good enough deal that the Warner Brothers board has even budged on considering moving off of the Netflix deal. So they threw more offers at them. Daddy threw more guaranteed money in for David.
You see how he does it there? It's just like, who gives a shit where the money come from? Why is he making it a big deal?
They tried to get different investors. They tried to come up with a different plan. Warner Brothers, the board, rejected it all. Now, their latest tactic is they're apparently going to open up a lawsuit. They're going to sue them. They're going to say it's unfair. And there's talk that they're going to try to go around and get some of the board members to step down and insert their own Paramount-friendly board members. I mean, it's really something like Great Out of Succession, right?
Guess what? Are we acting like companies don't do this all of the time across everything? This is nothing new. This is a tale as old as time. You know what I'm saying? I like how we just try to ascribe things to business that haven't been a practice in business for time immemorial. Okay.
Right now, where the kids are just screaming and crying and, this is supposed to be mine. And, everyone's worried about.
Now, again, boy, are you coming at it with really a bad faith argument here. Instead of trying to keep it out of the hands of people that will absolutely kill the theatrical and fairly likely the physical media experience. And you're seeing this as a bad thing just because you're pissed off that somebody's got a rich dad. Boo fucking who? I'm sorry, but that's a shit excuse you got there.
About Nepo babies in Hollywood that are like the sons and daughters of actors and actresses. The one you should be worried about is the massive crybaby with unlimited money.
See how jealous he is? Then are your sponsors not paying you enough money, Jeff? Is your book not selling enough, Jeff, that you gotta like just be you just mad that somebody making more? And again, he's trying to keep it out of the hands of fucking Netflix, dog. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. To quote Bernie Sanders, that's a good thing.
Who's upset that he can't buy the movie studio that he wants his daddy to get for him. And I'm glad he can't, because even though I'd love for Warner Brothers to stay independent and maybe the Netflix deal won't even go through anyway,
it's like those aren't the options on the table, Jeff.
This guy's hissy fit and his crying and his
it sounds like you the one that's crying. You the one that's going, he got more money than I do. He get to do the things that I can't do. Shut up. You sound like a kid who's pissed off that somebody got a Super Nintendo when you didn't.
Pleading to the president to please let me have this. Daddy, please give me more money. It is obnoxious, dude. You already own Paramount. Is it not enough?
Fucking wrong take, Jeff. Fucking wrong take. You let your stupid politics get in the way of actual intelligent business. Boo-hoo to you. Dumb move.
Cinemark Theaters has bring your own popcorn bucket for $5. Just
Alex gave me this one. Jesus Christ. It's a movie popcorn bucket. You can bring your own bucket, and they will fill up the popcorn bucket. And as someone who was a former manager of a movie theater, let me tell you, this is the worst idea ever. I hate it. As a fat ass, it's great. You know, you're like, I get as much popcorn as I want. I get all the popcorn. As someone who'd have to make all that popcorn, as a person who'd have to throw all of the popcorn that your ass didn't eat, and I promise you it was most of it, I would be pissed. I'd be pissed at the amount of just utter fucking waste. There's enough waste that goes on in the movie theater exhibition business as is. Adding in the amount of popcorn that people will just fucking throw away is just it's insane. It's wasteful and it's gross.
Go to their theaters on January 18th or the 19th and they'll fill your bucket up for only $5.
And we talk like this as we do it because this is the voice that we put, and this is how we think people talk on the internet. Is this how you people respond to things? And when people talk to you like you're a 2-year-old? God, I hate the internet. I don't know what the fuck went on to where people thought that this is the voice that everybody does. Jesus. Like everywhere we go, there's a slow gas leak.
One of the worst feelings that I experience fairly regularly has to be when you find what you think is going to be a juicy video essay, and you click on it and you get excited and you watch 10, 15 minutes and then it's just a recap. You're just watching a...
Oh boy. Yes. Quite awful. It's just like, I'm looking for insight. I watched the movie. I don't need you to tell me what happened in the fucking movie. Dig into the meat. What are we doing?
Summary of a thing that you've already seen. You wouldn't have clicked on the video if you didn't know the plot of the thing you're about to watch a 3-hour video about. Thanks for nothing.
Amen to that. Ridiculous.
How come we never get IMAX movies at home? If you load up Tron Ares right now on Disney Plus, you're going to see something called IMAX Enhanced. Now, this is kind of a gimmick, and I'm going to tell you why.
Okay, I'm interested to see what his thoughts are on this and how much about the technical stuff he actually knows, or is this just going to be about framing? Because it is about framing. There is an aspect ratio portion to this equation, but there's a little more. Let's see how much homie actually knows.
Tron Ares was actually shot for a 2:3:9 widescreen aspect ratio, but cinematographer Jeff Cronenworth protected the 190 for IMAX screens in movie theaters.
Duh. They all do that now. So essentially, as I've commonly said, we are less shooting in IMAX these days and more shooting in open frame format and then closing it out for the 2.35 for everybody else. And then when the IMAX portion comes, we just flop open the open mat there. Bada bing, bada boom, your IMAX.
Joachim and I just did our best to frame for the 190. Making our composition was 239, but we protected for
exactly. So again, when they're doing this, they just told you right there, they were shooting in 239. That's what they were going for. The way that they say this, they protect. I'm sorry. On what planet do you get on that couch? Get on your bed, sir. This is not couch time. You do not sit on that couch. Go to your bed, please. Come on. You're not going to do it either, are you? Go to your bed, please. You're doing this on stream on purpose. Go to your bed. Oh, I hate your guts. You're such a little jerkwad. You're doing this on purpose. He's doing it on, he's sitting there on purpose. He does not sit on this couch. Do you sit on the couch when I'm not here? I don't care for this. All right, I'm sorry. Back to this. Jerkwad over here distracting me.
The IMAX release.
Because in a real movie theater, when you're in a physical space, that expanded aspect ratio in IMAX is amazing. But that expanded aspect ratio at home on your TV essentially means nothing. You're
No, it doesn't, because your TV isn't wide. Your TV is the same format. So, all right. So far he's right. But what else you
just
got?
getting a few more pixels. It doesn't change the story. You're not getting information
No, agreed.
that you may have missed if you didn't see it in IMAX. It's just a little bit bigger. But people love to complain that we're not getting proper IMAX releases.
That's true, because even technically, that's not correct. Because the IMAX itself is actually much more square even than even 185 or 190, however they're gonna, throw it.
At home, and I have a hot take on this. I don't think we should. Not even Christopher Nolan has ever released a true 1:3 IMAX expanded ratio.
No. And you wouldn't, because it wouldn't make sense. Because then you'd have black bars on the left and right. And then that's going to fuck with people even more. Because there was a long time when DVDs and stuff first came out, when people did not want widescreen DVDs because they had full screen televisions. They did not like the black bars on top and bottom. And if you had a 235 movie on, on DVD and everything on a non-anamorphic, 4:3 TV, your picture all of a sudden was down to a letterbox. That's why they called it that. It was down to nothing. You could just barely see through it there. So you would get the kind of zoomed in the scope there and all that kind of stuff. And they're not going to go backwards, because that's the problem with IMAX, really.
At home, you need to trust that these filmmakers are giving you the optimal, best viewing experience that they think is right for their movie on the screen that you're watching it on. Because like I said at the beginning, IMAX is not just an expanded aspect ratio, it's an experience. It's about being
okay. He's not covering this. But in many cases, when you do go to IMAX and you do go to one of the kind of quote IMAX scenes and stuff like that, if it was actually shot in IMAX and whatnot, especially in like 70 millimeter, like your Christopher Nolan things, there is a noticeable jump in quality as far as like how crisp everything is, how everything looks. When you went to those, full-fledged IMAX portions in those Nolan films, it was like, oh, this is different. This is different.
Being in an actual space, looking at a giant.
And so that even translates, though, to the home video as well. It's like when you watch The Dark Knight, when the IMAX portions come on, the actual resolution, it gets better looking. It's definitely noticeably sharper.
Movie screen and going, holy shit. And that is an experience you will never be able to replicate it.
If you got a little TV like that, maybe. I got an 85-inch television sitting 6 feet away from my face, and I want to upgrade to a 98-inch. So, and as far as sound goes, again, I said it previously in this stream, and I'll say it again. Pound for pound, even up against IMAX, my home theater kicks the shit out of that. As far as just like pure unadulterated surround sound and stuff like that, mine kicks the shit out of the IMAX here.
At home, I don't care how big your TV is. So
disagree.
I say keep IMAX special, keep that expanded ratio for the cinema, and if you want to experience true IMAX films, get your ass to a movie theater.
Yeah, he didn't talk anything about how the IMAX enhanced the different codecs and stuff that are running through televisions and receivers and other things now. It's just talking about aspect ratio, which I agree with, but there's a little more to it than meets the eye there, Heat Hat.
Really?
Oh, that movie sucked. Movie sucks so bad. I didn't see the last one, but boy, oh boy.
There was a period of time in Hollywood where studios would dig into the vault of wholesome TV shows they had the rights to, and they would adapt them as modern comedy
And by the way, those Brady movies were really good.
movies. What they did with the Brady Bunch in the 90s was actually hilarious. The Brady Bunch movie was released in 1995, and the whole concept was...
Man, I can't believe it was that long ago. Holy smokes. I would have thought it was a little bit later than that. 1995, though, man. Remember seeing that in the movie theater? Everybody thought it was great. It was great. It was great. Was it like 12, 13?
Was that while it was set in the 90s, this family was still very much stuck in the 70s. It
Great.
involved
Great
humor and
concept.
references that was very applicable to the 90s. And the punchline was often that these references and jokes would fly over these characters' heads. And the humor in this movie actually got pretty raunchy. Now, a big highlight is the cast. They nailed the Bradys down to a T. At a certain point, you might think you're watching the original actors from...
It really was. It almost fooled you into it, like thinking that you were watching the real thing.
From the 70s. The film would often take situations and scenarios from different episodes, adapt them into the story, and at the core was a conflict where the Bradys might lose their house. There's a lot of memorable scenes, but perhaps the most referenced from this movie is the song that Greg Brady sings in the middle of the film at the school dance. The film was also quite a success, which led to a sequel the following year, a Very Brady sequel.
Which was also pretty good. I recently watched the Siskel and Ebert episode covering this 90s fad. Oh, that's interesting. I might want to check that out.
This one I think is even funnier, and the humor gets a lot raunchier as well. I actually love the story that's presented here, where Mrs. Brady was previously married, but the family had no idea. An imposter shows up at the house, and his whole objective is to get his hands on a statue that Mrs. Brady's ex-husband left to her that's worth a lot of money. Well, of course, it's not that easy for him. He ends up sequestering Mrs. Brady and taking her to Hawaii. Yet, as all this is going on and the film starts teasing becoming a thriller, the Bradys never, break face, to the point that when they're flying to Hawaii to rescue her, they're singing and dancing through the aisles of the airplane. They would actually...
I got to watch that one again. I remember the original one pretty well. I need to watch both of those again, actually.
Make for a great comedy double feature this weekend.
Heck yeah. No doubt. It's been a minute since I've seen either of them, but certainly Brady's sequel I don't remember anywhere nearly as good. Gal Gadot and Revolutionary Road. I had to save this one off of the regular rip because I couldn't download the thing. This chick's hilarious doing all of her Gal Gadot impressions. This is her putting in Gal Gadot in Revolutionary Road. So good.
Okay, I think we all just need to take a deep breath.
Don't worry, I can't be bothered. You're not worth the trouble it would take to hit you. You're not worth the powder it would take to blow you up. You are an empty, hollow shell of a woman.
DiCaprio just killing it in this movie.
I mean, what the hell are you doing in my house if you hate me so much?
I told you, I'm a waitress and I don't have enough funds to pay for my rent.
Why the hell are you married to me? What the hell are you doing carrying my child?
It's not your baby.
Then why didn't you just get rid of it when you had the chance? Because listen to me, I got news for you. I wish to God that you had.
You take that back. You better apologize right now or I'm canceling your birthday party. I've already paid for it with your credit card.
And I'm telling you, that is some good stuff. We let one pass for a little bit there, didn't we, kids? We just like, listen, she's awful pretty.
5 years ago, Chris Hemsworth was in the middle of training to play Hulk Hogan in a biopic I was attached to produce.
Man, and it seemed like such a great idea. It really did.
My name is Joe Russo. I make movies.
Hi, Joe.
Let me talk to you about why there's no such thing as a sure thing in Hollywood. Years and years of work were spent getting the rights to Hulk Hogan's life story, developing a screenplay that Todd Phillips attached himself to direct. Chris Hemsworth attached himself to star, and we sold it to Netflix. It was about as sure a thing in the entertainment industry as sure things go. And yet, here we are 5 years later, and it didn't happen. No one could have predicted global pandemics. No one could have predicted industry strikes. No one could have predicted studio...
Well, we could all assume for the industry strikes because y'all do that all the time. You're never satisfied. You're a bunch of greedy little piggies who just want to have more money.
Dropping the ball on contracts. Those 3 reasons are why the Hulk Hogan biopic never happened. And it's why when I saw this photo pop up in my Facebook memories, I was reminded there's no such thing as a sure thing. It's also why when you get those moments where you have these big auspices set up at studios, you should not take them for granted. These moments in Hollywood are rare, and you should fight like hell to do everything you can to make sure you can try to make your movie happen.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, we all thought that was a for sure thing.
Respect it. I respect it.
Hot take on Lord of the Rings. Gandalf could have ended it all with the VTuber of the year, the burnt peanut. Honestly, this was just I've recently discovered the burnt peanut, and I've kind of become a bit of a fan. And he had a movie-related TikTok, so I decided to throw it in here.
Lord of the Rings would not be the movie it is today if that didn't happen. I'm just saying, he's a wizard, and he could have just teleported over there and fucking threw it in. Also, why do you even need a volcano to destroy the wing? You could maybe just hit it with a hammer. You could hit it with a large hammer. You could maybe like burn it. You could.
He's clearly just trolling people for this because that's obviously all the things that they do.
Eat it. You can eat it.
You can eat it. That's the one thing that we didn't do. The one thing that we didn't try was eating. Now, if you ate the one ring, would you disappear? Does it consider that to be wearing it? And, the Nazguls come after you, and in order to get them off your trail, you got to fart out or poop out the old, the one ring? Is that how that works?
Your stomach acid is actually very corrosive. You can do anything. I bet you Gandalf could just cast a spell. I mean, Gandalf turned a bunch of trees into tree people.
I don't think that he did that.
We know he did. They were already tree people. He did something with the tree people. I don't think it was sex, but it was something. He did something. I don't know what he did, but he did. What I'm trying to say is he could have destroyed the ring with way easier than. I forgot. I mean, he fought Satan. He fought Satan. What was it? 3 days? 3 days straight.
Kinda.
If you can fight Satan while falling down to the pits of hell for 3 days, you can destroy a ring. Okay, you're talking about? Does that make sense? Am I right or am I right? Am I making sense here? Am I making sense? Is everybody on the same page?
I'm on it. I get it.
Not Satan Balrog. Ooh. Ooh, Satan's kinky cousin. Doesn't match. The same principle applies. The same principle applies.
Oh my God. That guy plays video games and like fucking 50,000 people watch every night. It's crazy. No, 100,000. Excuse me. It's 50,000 just on like YouTube.
Hey, you.
Why this film? Why now?
I wanted to answer this for you. I know there might be a lot of information coming from my page, but long story.
Oh boy, is this his movie? I think I just saved this because all I saw was why this film, why now? Oh, if this is about his personal film, let's go.
Short is this is such an important film that needs to exist in the world, and it's long story short, it's a road trip film, coming of age, following someone who's trying to reconnect with themselves. And I don't know if you've ever woke up in life and
I wake up every day, homie. Every day. We all do, as a matter of fact. Let me get a number 1 in the chat if you woke up today. If you woke up today, number 1 in the chat. If you did not wake up today, number 2.
He said, how did I get here? How do I find myself again? This is about a man who goes on a road trip back to his hometown to basically reconnect with one of his best friends before it's too late. And it's going to be visually stunning. This film is going to be like no other because I have background.
What do you mean 1 and 1.5?
In location scouting, and this film is going to be one of the most visually stunning films that you've seen in a really long time because it's up one of the most amazing drives in the entire world. It's up the Pacific Coast Highway. So it's going to be LA deserts to the Big Sur cliffs, beautiful ocean, and then to the Portland redwoods.
I knew somebody
and
would come
nature is
in
going to be a character in our story,
shenanigans.
representing the change that this main character is going through. And
brother, I'm here to tell you, your movie's going to be trash. It's boring. I'm already bored.
What does it look like?
You're not like you're vague posting what your vague ass movie's going to be like.
To try and reconnect with yourself. And
oh my God, it sounds so fucking boring.
And
how about he has to rob a bank?
You know, revisit your past, and can you ever really fight for returning to yourself? What does that look like, and how does that feel? And
you know what it feels like? That's what it feels
It's
like.
going to be a story that I think really heals a lot of people, and it's a story I know
no one's going to watch it.
Needed to see, so it needs to exist. And
oh my God, you don't need, like, it's not even going to be a thing that you're making. Oh, this is just a movie that needs to exist. Huh?
We're crowdfunding it right now.
Oh, there we go.
I need your help.
You haven't sold me on shit. People, it's a road trip. People gonna feel good about finding themselves. Ugh.
Even just sharing the story does so much. Creating visibility, because you might not know it, but maybe your best friend or your family member.
Maybe they went on a road trip to find themselves. And maybe when they turned around, what they found was right in here the whole time. Think about it.
Craving to join our journey. So yeah, this film is going to change people's lives.
No, it won't. No, it won't.
And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
No, what he did, like he did a TikTok like it was a voicemail. He's like, all right, Virginia, we're going to be doing a really good movie. It's going to be sweet. All right, sweetheart. See you later. We'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye now. What the fuck?
Let's check out the Vinegar Syndrome storefront on Pittsburgh's South Side. Vinegar Syndrome is a boutique movie label, and while they carry used movies, they carry their own brand, they also carry a number of partner labels. This store is like horror heaven for any film.
I couldn't imagine what this place smells like.
Film collector, full of new and used movies and awesome horror decor. I actually left with that copy of Demons and a few other films. It was really hard to control myself. They also had the 4K copy of Troll 2, which I wanted to leave.
Yes. I need to get that Troll 2 4K
with as well. They have vinyl LPs, they have comic books, they have shirts, they have hats and all kinds of horror apparel and posters, and they also have a wide selection of used VHS films.
I would love to go to this.
Do yourself a favor and stop in today.
Heck yeah.
The top 15 best-selling Blu-rays of 2025 is a wild, bonkers, bananas, hilarious list, and let's talk about it.
Why do I feel I'm about to get wildly depressed?
Now, if you're a physical media collector, you collect Blu-rays, there's not a single boutique release on here. That's right, there's no Criterion. And number 15 is Moana 2, which I thought would be higher, but maybe there's a lot of Disney parents who are still on Disney Plus. 14 is Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning.
I still haven't gotten that one yet. I still have not bought The Final Reckoning on the 4Ks.
It has a very dedicated fan base. I know that the film didn't.
I've got the other ones.
So. Do as well in theaters, but certainly, those fans are out there. 13 is Nosferatu, which did shock me until I realized this came out on Christmas 2024. So, that physical media release came out in 2025. 12 is Sinners, which I'm shocked isn't much higher, but, it's also an R-rated horror film. 11 is Sonic 3. I genuinely thought this would be...
Man, I didn't see Sonic 3 in the theater, and I didn't buy the Sonic 4K when it came out and everything. It's still kind of a little...
Top 5. And number 10 is Fantastic Four: The First.
And another one that I thought like I might get, but the one steelbook that I wanted to get ended up selling out, and I just didn't want to pay the exorbitant amount of money that Disney is starting to charge for 4Ks and stuff like that, because frankly, I just don't think it's worth it.
Steps. And number 9 is Captain America: Brave New World.
bought that?
I'm shocked at the order of that and the fact that, even Brave New World is this
Really?
high on the list. And number 8 is the How to Train Your Dragon remake. Sure, makes sense. I get it. 7 is the Ballerina spinoff from the John Wick movie.
Now, John Wick does sell a lot on physical media and stuff like that. And I think the Ballerina had a couple of special editions and stuff that came out. So I guess that may lead into some of it.
I'm shocked by this because this movie didn't do as hot as the John Wick films did in theaters. But, again, dedicated fan base.
Yeah, dedicated fan base, and especially when you get into like little collector-y sort of things, which they definitely did.
There's fan base out there who, will collect these movies. And number 6 is a Minecraft movie. A little bit shocking for me, even though it made over $1 billion. I wasn't sure, if the fan base for this movie would just check it out on HBO Max. 5 is Thunderbolts. 4 is Venom: The Last.
I almost bought Thunderbolts a couple times on 4K. Never saw it in the theater. Heard good things about it, but still just never really quite got around to it. Same thing with the Venom. Boy, I tell you what, dropping out of HMP Volume 1 has been a blessing in disguise.
Stance, I think that's hilarious. I think that's so funny. The fact that there's all these really amazing movies out there and Venom is coming near the top. I'm a Venom defender. I think these movies are hilarious.
Venom movies are not that bad. Like I said, I didn't see the third one, but they, I didn't hate them.
I've watched them multiple times. I used to think there's dozens of us, but maybe there's at least hundreds. Whoops, forgot to record number 3, and it is Superman, which is not a shock at all. It's the most obsessively rewatched film for people.
Again, didn't buy it.
People in 2025. Not everybody loves the look or the aesthetic, but the people who do love it, including myself, love it so much and will watch it over and over again. So not shocked to see it here. And number 2 is Jurassic World Rebirth. I'm alone on this. I hate this movie, despise it. It's by far the
I don't hate that movie. I'm like, it's not good, but I don't like hate it like so many of the other ones.
worst Jurassic Park film for me. And number 1 is Wicked.
That can't be.
Which is not shocking at all. It's a very well received,
No
well liked
shock there.
movie that people are going to sing the songs from over and over again.
Let
It makes
it
a lot of
go.
sense. I'd love to know, what do you think of this list? What do you think of the order that it's in? What do you think of the movies that are actually here? Certainly we're going to see a lot of very popular films on here. This is a best-selling list, but still, I'd love to know your thoughts because I'm shocked by this entire order.
Yeah. Like my like DVDs of last year were like the Dollars trilogy and the Arrow Dollars trilogy from the UK. I imported all those. That was a big one. There were a couple other 4Ks here and there, but nothing crazy.
If you like Pee-wee's Big Adventure, watch Motorama. It's
This is I saved this one because I kind of want to do some of these on the podcast at some point because like these comparisons when you could just go like, oh, this movie's like this movie. I love Pee-wee's Big Adventure, so this Motorama, okay.
a surreal road movie where a boy drives across a fictionalized version of the US in hopes of winning a big prize. If you like The Fly, watch The Dark Backward. A wannabe comedian fails at his dreams until he starts growing a third arm from his back. This
See, how do you not want to watch that? And I've heard of that title before, but haven't seen it.
movie is also super grimy, if that's what you're looking for.
I like a dick rhyme.
If you like Nowhere,
I've seen Nowhere. Like would be an interesting way to say it. There was a couple of times, there was a couple of eras there when we were watching like Nowhere, like all these like kind of Gregor Rocky type sort of stuff, and it was just like, what are we even watching here? And now looking back at it, I just want to look at my buddy and just be like, are you gay, bud?
watch Liquid Sky. It takes place in New York in the 1980s. An alien lands on an apartment building in search of a very specific chemical. It's beautiful and has great cinematography.
I've heard of that one, but have not seen. But I've seen Nowhere, and that's a time and a half. Nowhere and like Doom Generation, all that kind of stuff.
My wife and I just went to the movie.
$410.13 to see a movie with my wife.
Movies to see Marty Supreme this week, and it cost $410.13. There's all this talk about movie theaters dying down and not a lot of people going, and it's because it is too expensive. I'll show you our receipt.
All right, let's break this down. Let's break it down. What do you got here?
Because this is just ridiculous. We got 2 movie tickets, which are like $30, and then we got a couple of...
Jesus H, where are you going that your movie $32 times 2? Oh, so okay, so the times 2 is the third. Okay, I got you. Nerd ropes times 167 to 340.
Nerds ropes, but they're on sale, so we got a couple. There will be no more movie theaters if shit keeps costing this much money. People are just gonna stay at home, end up just spending $20 to watch it when it comes on demand, like briefly after the movie release. Be better, Hollywood.
Bravo, sir. Bravo, good sir. I thought, boy, we're at a rough time here in the good old US of A. But thank Christ. Thank God. Thank God it was just a nerd rope problem. Nerd rope problems, everybody.
Did you know that one of the top-rated roller coasters in the world was built at one of America's smallest and weirdest amusement parks in Fayetteville, Georgia?
I don't think that this one was movie related. I think this was just a TikTok I saved and maybe wanted to do something, but like it looks bananas.
Fun Spot America Atlanta, formerly known as Fun Junction.
Oh yeah, I wanted to send this to Sean because he's in Atlanta and like he would love to go to a place that would probably look like this to just kind of like ride the vibe. Check it
USA,
out.
formerly known as Dixieland Fun Park, tapped RMC to build them a marquee attraction during the pandemic, and it was an industry-shaking, bold move that put the park on the map. It's absolutely incredible, and everyone should go check this place out, but this place is just truly strange. Like, high octane from another time and dimension, the back room's kind of strange. The stuff of hazy, foggy memories that you're not sure you are remembering fully correctly. Imagine your elementary school cafeteria from 1997, Discovery Zone, and that creepy mall land that everyone keeps collectively dreaming about had a baby, and that baby was raised by strange, anachronistic southern folk 30 minutes south of Atlanta. That's Fun Spot. There's a quaint little concession stand with an incredible year-long beer cup special. They've got laser tag and more party rooms than they know what to do with, and of course there's an arcade with...
Doesn't this just look like the most frightening place to be, especially like how there's nobody there?
This particular carpet. Love that stuff, man. And yes, that's the arcade that the arcade roll goes over. I just can't stress enough how fully stuck in the 90s this place is. It's like if the kids section of the YMCA from the 90s was also your high school cafeteria, but it also had bumper cars in it. You know, like normal waking places tend to be. And again, let me be clear, I love this. As a weirdo 92 kid myself, I feel right at home. But y'all, it's so insane. You go out...
92 kid. If you're born in 92, that means you was a baby, which means you ain't what?
Side and the exterior is themed to a...
What you know about the 90s, man? You wasn't even conscious.
Wild West ghost town or something, and then blammo, there's Air Force One just delivering some of the most insane airtime in the world. It's genuinely unbelievable. And perhaps the best part about the whole thing is that Air Force One literally never, ever gets a line. Like, at all. No line ever. You can literally just ride it over and over to your heart's content. And on slower days, trains tend to look like this, with a couple of thusies alone just having the time of their lives. Air Force has a bag of tricks full of some of the best, most pronounced, and most dramatic elements on any coaster ever. The Zero G stall is the largest and most sustained in North America, and the whip coming out of it, as well as going into the Outer Banked Airtime Hill, wants to take your lunch money and go buy an icy at the concession stand. The Airtime Marathon Quadruple Down finale is legitimately violent in the best way possible, but perhaps the star of the show is still the absolutely bonkers roll through the truss over the arcade. The straightforward double uphill before it tries its hardest to eject you into the blue skies above, and then the train immediately rips you back down and into the diabolical inversion. Then you're literally hitting your top speed 3/4 of the way through the ride while you scream around this little helix by the pond. This ride does so...
That looks pretty dope, actually.
So many things better than any other coaster in the world. Alan Schilke's successor at RMC, Joe Draves, made a statement. It feels like he went extensively hard in the paint in order to give this underdog of a park a weapon that can contend with the biggest and the best of them. Thank you, Fun Spot. Thank you, RMC. Thank you, Joe Draves. I love you.
Thank you. Wow. All right. That shouldn't have been in this TikTok Trash Tuesday, but here we are.
It is very annoying when somebody comes on here and says, well, you know, what's going on in America is just like what happened in Star Wars.
Or anything.
Or Lord of the Rings or the Hunger Games. But there's something very important to notice about these films.
It's not the films. It's people's lack of education and lack of knowledge of things where it's just like, you know, this is like Harry Potter. It's just like, read another fucking book.
Because they do say a lot about our mindset, specifically the fact that they always want to end right when the rebellion ends. They do not like trying to tell the story of what the rebellion does once they're the ones in charge.
Right, because
in the United States, in the modern era, it is much, much more fun to imagine tearing down a system than building one. And this is illustrated perfectly in how they handled the Star Wars sequel trilogy. This person spells it out very well, saying that it illustrates the mindset perfectly, that we desperately want to continue being the underdogs rebelling against the oppressors, to the point,
oh my God, is it ever?
That in The Force Awakens, they have...
Is it ever? I've always said we are in the oppression Olympics. We have it so good in this day and time. Things are so good that we actively look for things to be pissed about. We look for things to be a victim of. We actively go after that. That's how good things are in life, is that we have nothing to push back on, so we actively go out looking for problems.
Have to just ignore
inventing them many times.
The fact that in the previous movie they won. They go on to say, if the prequel trilogy was about
don't worry, somehow Palpatine returned.
Democracy collapsing, and the original trilogy was about rebelling against an empire, what should the sequel trilogy have been about? How to handle power responsibly. But that would require growing up. Instead, they chose to just reset everything so they can be rebels again. And I know what you're going to say, that this was a business decision because they were trying to split the difference between doing a pure remake of the original trilogy versus continuing the storylines with these beloved characters, so they were trying to do both. But
you can't have your cake and eat it too.
Telling that they knew that they would not sell enough tickets if they told this story of a bunch of people who had devoted their entire lives to being rebels, to being in opposition to something, then suddenly coming into power and being the ones who are in charge, and then trying to figure out how to perform the impossible task of holding this all together. This is why we love stories of revolutionaries who have to sacrifice themselves to bring down the power structure, because then it's over. They don't have to face the mortifying ordeal of being the power structure, of having all the commoners see them as the oppressor. Because it's just a historical fact that it is much, much easier to blow the...
Just rebuild the Death Star again. We're building another one, you lazy twats. You know what I thought when I was growing up? I thought that was the Death Star that was still remaining after they blew it up. Because why wouldn't you think that as a kid? It's like, oh, see, they didn't destroy all of it.
This thing up than to build the thing that replaces it. But I know for a fact that there would be a compelling story to tell here, because that's what Game of Thrones was about. Robert Baratheon was their Luke Skywalker. That series begins after the heroic rebellion, after they've brought down the evil king, and then it's like, now what? And there is a very compelling version of this that you could do with Star Wars, because there's all of these figures that just loom so large over their culture, all of these zealots out there who would probably like to have them back. The fact that you brought down the old power structure means you get blamed for everything that happens in the aftermath. I would love to see the story of them dealing with the fact that, yeah, a lot of the people they're ruling would prefer this if the alternative is chaos or even weak leadership. But in our popular culture, we do not like to think about that part, so we like to end the story here with the bad guys' headquarters in ruins.
Will you leave before all the hard work has to start? Yeah.
So they were right. A sequel trilogy about trying to hold the New Republic together would not have sold as many tickets. Sure, a lot of people like Game of Thrones, but it did not sell as many action figures as Star Wars.
Damn right. That is it, everybody. I didn't put my last little graphic on the end, but we have hit yet the end of another TikTok Trash Tuesday. I want to thank all of you dirty babies for coming out, man, hitting that like and subscribe button and the hype button as well. That's always a very welcome thing here. And it's awesome to have you guys out and pay attention to the bull crap that I do here. We've been going for damn near 3 hours, yakking on about TikToks and everything. And we'd like to have you come back and do that again next Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. And the more people to come out, the more people to do this, the more that we can have some good old-fashioned family fun times here, everybody. And we really appreciate all of that. So thank you for all of your well wishes, your kind words, and all that kind of good stuff. And the people that support the show over at patreon.com/HMP. You guys are always the best. Pre-show, post-show, Dinger Zone. And next week, next month, rather, just to give you guys a preview of what we'll be doing on HMP proper. That is our show that airs Sunday evenings, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube. Next month, we're doing Tom Hanks rom-coms. So it's going to be a heck of a fun little Valentine's Day month here and everything on HMP. So check it out there as well. Follow us on all the social medias. Links and everything for that are in the notes for this. Again, hit that like and subscribe button. Share this to everybody you know. And, we appreciate you guys. Let me see if I can find all my, where's my shit? Where's my buttons? There it is. That is it, everybody. We'll see you on the next TikTok Trash Tuesday. And of course, Sunday evening, 8 p.m. We're talking Amelie on Sunday. So we'll see you then. Bye-bye, dirty babies.